the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, I tune into my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
It's tough out in them streets, yo. If you've been a sports watcher, you're going to be bleary-eyed. You're going to be a little bit tired. It's okay. We'll get you through the morning. Good morning, Expresso fam. Thank you so much for just waking up. Okay, we know how tough it is. It's been a big weekend. We're going to make the week even bigger. No, in fact, we're going to bring it right down, okay? We're going to make space for wellness, for creativity, for a fresh perspective, and just productive rest.
Yes, why not? Productive rest is rest. Just to remind you once again, good morning, Expresso fam. We've got conscious alignment coach Olivia Moon, who's going to be joining us on the couch to explore how starting the week with intention can actually help us feel a bit more grounded and also connected, which coming off of the weekend, that's kind of the energy you want, eh?
Yeah, we need the anchor.
Yes,
drop the anchor down. Let's just find our feet in the earth again. I absolutely love that. Then someone who has a very practical approach when it comes to doing exactly that. Fitness expert and possibly one of the fittest human beings on the planet,
Truly.
Claudia van Skalkwyk, is back. Don't worry, she's going to dial it back just for me. Another gentle anti-inflammatory workout. Get us moving. Getting the movement often starts the feeling. It's not the other way around. So don't wait for the feeling to kick in and then get moving. Move and be amazed at how you feel.
I like that advice. I'm taking that with me. Great.
Correct.
We'll also discover the calming practice of clay therapy
Brilliant.
with ceramic artist Louise Gelderbloem, who actually is going to explore how creativity can become a powerful form of self-care. I've been seeing clay pottery all over my social media.
Our house is filled with it.
Oh, because your hands,
It's so cool.
When you do something tactile, there's something that happens that connects you to where you are.
Exactly, and just about every person from my generation is thinking of the movie Ghost right now, and that's okay, okay? We'll bring out the clips, it's all right. No, we're going to bring out a lot of clips because she has gone viral this morning. We're going to celebrate one of South Africa's rising music stars, a Sama-nominated R&B superstar in the making, Gemma Fassi.
Yes.
She's going to be chatting about her incredible journey, her acclaimed EP, Island 21. She is just a bundle of energy, yes, but there's a lot of talent there and she's just gotten started. So glad we get to be a part of her journey this morning and a part of yours. So let's take that seriously. We got you for 3 hours. Let's make sure you are empowered and educated. And of course, I'm going to delve into all of the crazy sport, but that's after Carissa takes us through the news.
Well, thank you so much, Gray. Let's dive straight into it with 2 minutes after 6 o'clock. With the Inter-Ministerial Committee on Migration that says most undocumented foreign nationals in South Africa do not qualify for refugee or asylum status. Now, more than 53,000 people have recently been processed for deportation or repatriation. Government says political instability in neighbouring countries continues to drive irregular migration and has urged African Union members to improve governance as well as economic conditions. Meanwhile, the Department of Home Affairs says the Musina Repatriation Centre remains fully operational despite a decline in undocumented migrants being processed. In other local news, the Hawks say Acting National Police Commissioner Puleng Dimpane is not under criminal investigation. Now, the Directorate says a complaint lodged against her has been referred to the Investigating Directorate Against Corruption as part of an existing matter and does not amount to a new criminal case. Now, Public Interest South Africa recently accused Dimpane of possible Public Finance Management Act violations, and that's linked to payments made to Medicare 24 Tshwane District before its 360 million rand SAPS Health Service contract was cancelled last year. Well, internationally speaking now, Doctors Without Borders has established an Ebola simulation training center out in Kenya to prepare health workers for deployment to the Democratic Republic of Congo, where the country's worst recorded outbreak has claimed at least 600 lives. Now, the facility teaches infection control, safe burials, and community engagement, and that's to reduce both fear and misinformation. Now, around 100 trainees are expected each month, including medical staff from across the region, as officials strengthen preparedness against the rapidly growing outbreak. Meanwhile, tensions between the United States and Iran have intensified as both sides exchanged fresh threats despite ongoing diplomatic efforts. Iranian Supreme Leader Mojtaba Khamenei vowed to avenge senior officials killed during recent strikes, while US President Donald Trump warned of further military action and demanded assurances over safe passage through the Strait of Hormuz. Iran insists it will retain control of the strategic waterway. Meanwhile, Iranian and regional mediators continued negotiations in Oman and Qatar in an effort to prevent further escalation. And let's close off with a great story with two newly approved diagnostic tests that could in fact transform endometriosis care by reducing diagnosis times for an average of 9 years to just days. The non-invasive saliva and abdominal sensor tests, now funded by the UK's NHS, allow earlier detection and treatment without surgery. Now, doctors say the innovation could dramatically improve the quality of life for millions of women living with chronic pain. Patients who receive early diagnosis describe the tests as life-changing, saying they finally felt heard and also believed. Researchers hope the breakthrough will lead to faster treatment and better long-term health outcomes. That's the kind of story we like to close off our first bit of news with. So we leave it and we'll touch base at 7. For now, let's get into the sporting highlights with Gray.
Difficult to know where to begin after a very crazy weekend in sport. Let's start with tennis and its grass. Wimbledon, the big one for most players. And Jannik Sinner, he's done it again. He is now a 2-time Wimbledon champion after defeating Alexander Zverev, who found another gear in yesterday's final. The Italian, the world number one, fought back from a set down to secure back-to-back Wimbledon trophies, his 5th Grand Slam title overall, and I think many more to come. These two are going to be pushing each other over the next few years, undoubtedly. Then on Saturday, Linda Noskova won her maiden Grand Slam. That was after defeating compatriot Katerina Muchova in the women's singles final, a momentous moment there as well. Now let's get back out on the roads, and heat coming to play as it is all over Europe at the moment. Matteo van der Poel claiming victory on a shortened stage 9 of the Tour de France, outsprinting Tobias Johannesson and Tom Pidcock. So the stage was cut by around 30 kilometers because of those extreme temperatures. Defending champion Tadej Pogacar, he retains that overall leader's yellow jersey, heading into today's first rest day of the Tour, in fact. So we'll catch up with him again tomorrow. Now, who's in and who's out? Let's get back into the World Cup. Wow, what a weekend of football. Argentina have kept their FIFA World Cup title defense alive with a 3-1 quarter-final victory over Switzerland to book their place in the last four. And that means they will meet, it'll be England in the semi-finals after Jude Bellingham scored twice in a 2-1 win over Norway as well. I think heartbreak for Norway. They seemed like the dark horse this year. That other semi-final will see France taking on Spain, and that's tomorrow night. Two massive fixtures. Fitting. Now we have to round off with a story that has, I think, gripped the nation and is heartbreaking at the very least. Mamelodi Sundowns and Bafana Bafana midfielder young star Jaden Adams has passed away at the age of just 25 years old. And tributes have poured in from across the footballing world, with clubs, teammates and supporters across the country and across the globe praising a player whose talent and humility left a lasting mark on the game. Now, Adams represented both club and country with distinction and will be remembered as one of South Africa's football's, I think, brightest young talents. And to his family who were on the show not so long ago, we are sending all of our love and support and condolences, and ask the public please to give them some breathing room over this very, very difficult time. On that note, that's where we leave our sport for now. Let's touch on the weather.
Well, thank you so much, Gray. Let's dive straight into your weather at the start of the new week.
Thanks, Dave, for that.
We get started now in Polokwane. You'll start your week off under some sunny skies. Temperatures will rise from a low of 4 degrees to a beautiful high of 22. Now, heading into the weekend, expect bright sunny skies to dominate with fairly warm daytime highs. Those will peak at 25 come Wednesday. Klerksdorp, let's see what's going down on your side. Sunny conditions will take over your day today. As for your temperatures, will start at a chilly 6 and it will rise to a warm enough high of 22. The coming days, though, bring daytime highs peaking at 23 degrees quite consistently from Tuesday through to Saturday. That brings us over to Pretoria. On your side, your day will be brightened by some sunny skies. Temperatures range between a low of 7 and a high of 21 degrees. As we look ahead, expect sunny skies to take over your week with tomorrow's daytime highs ranging between 8 and 22. In the city of gold out in Johannesburg, mostly sunny skies dominate your forecast for today. When it comes to your temperatures, we're talking about a cold 6 degrees that rises to a high of 17. As we move into the week, temperature highs will settle between 19 and 21 under mostly sunny skies. Out in Mbombela, let's see what's happening. Partly cloudy skies define your day with rain chance at 50%. 9 degrees is how you'll start your day with a daytime high peaking at 20. And there's a 50% chance of rain along with that. Looking further ahead, mostly sunny skies with a few passing clouds that continues throughout the week. In the beautiful Bloemfontein, today brings partly cloudy skies from start to finish. You start your day at 2 degrees, a biting cold one, but it rises to 19. You're in for sun-filled days ahead, though, with pleasantly warm temperatures that'll peak at 21 on Wednesday and Thursday. And then on the coastline of Richards Bay, your skies will remain partly cloudy, with rain chance sitting at a chance of 35%. 11 is your low, 21 is your high today. Now, cloudy skies turn sunny from tomorrow until Friday, with rain likely chilling at 40% come Saturday. And then out in Durban, showers are likely throughout your day, chanced at 25% today. Temperatures will rise from a low of 11 and double up to 21. Now, tomorrow brings you sunny skies with temperatures ranging between a low of 11, but it does peak at 23. Let's check what Mthatha has to offer this morning. Fog will in fact give way to some cloudy skies by the afternoon. Temperatures ranging between a cold 6 and a high of 19 degrees. Now, the next 3 days bring plenty of sunshine with daytime highs that will alternate between 22 and 23 degrees. In Uba, on your side, a cloudy start to the day will turn sunny by at least the afternoon. Now, your temperatures move between a freezing 2 to a set high of 19. Now, grey skies will define the coming days with cool to pleasant temperature highs not exceeding 22 degrees. And then out in Kugompo City, you'll look up to partly cloudy skies. Now, your rain is chanced for the day. Temperatures ranging between a cool 9 and a warm 21 degrees. Sunny skies will dominate the coming days with cloudy and wet conditions expected to roll in by Friday. Abeja, showers remain on the forecast for today under partly cloudy skies. Your temperatures will start from 8 and it will peak at 20 degrees as your high today. As we move into the week, cloudy conditions do remain, with tomorrow bringing mostly sunny skies, but there will be some passing clouds here and there. And then good morning to the gorgeous George. Today will unfold under mostly sunny skies. Temperatures will shift between a chilly 9 and a high of 19. The outlook remains partly cloudy and humid with cool to pleasant temperatures. Those will peak at 19 degrees come Tuesday. And out in Cape Town, expect partly cloudy skies to take over your day today. Temperatures will sit between a brisk 9 degrees and a high of 16. Heading into the week, your days will be defined by cloudy and humid conditions, while temperature highs range in those mid-teens. In Sutherland, you're up next with cloudy skies that will start your morning before some sunshine breaks through by the afternoon. Temperatures range between a biting 2 degrees, but it does rise to a high of 17. Now, tomorrow's temperatures remain unchanged from today, with mostly sunny skies and a few passing clouds that you can expect. That brings us on over to Kimberley. On your side, you'll spend your Monday under mostly sunny skies. Now, temperatures will rise from a very cold 2 to a high of 22. Now, sun-filled skies take over your week with temperatures remaining pleasantly warm throughout, peaking at 24 degrees by the end of the week. And finally, out in Uppington, today brings you partly cloudy skies. Now, your temperatures rise from a freezing 2 to a set high of 24. Tomorrow brings you sunny skies with temperatures moving from a cold 2 degrees, and that does rise to a warmer 24. Well, that wraps up everything to do with your temperatures. Now we've got to see what this looks like on the side of Durban, one of our favorite cities. We can't pick favorites, but when you look at this, you definitely understand where we're coming from. I mean, come on. Ranveer Ramdayal got in touch with this gorgeous image. Listen, even though you're only experiencing 21 degrees today, Durban, which is very chilly for you, this is a beautiful look at the pier, and hopefully you'll make your way there by taking a bit of a morning stroll or a run. And Uncle Rand definitely got in touch with the most beautiful, beautiful, golden, stunning morning view. So thank you so much and enjoy your day out in Durban. As for the rest of the show, let's get the first hour kick started.
I like the way you didn't put too much pressure. It was like a walk or a run. It's fine. You can take a slow walk if you want to. Just gently make your way through the day. This is maybe a bit of a cheeky proposition to put you after a busy weekend. But if you had today just an uninterrupted day all to yourself, how would you spend it? We would love to hear what helps you slow down, recharge, find that energy, recalibrate. Maybe it's a good time of the year to be doing that. And we seem to be leaning into this kind of trend a lot at the moment. So send us a voice note that inspires us to just think about ourselves a little bit. 063-036-9649. Okay.
What a question.
If you could be doing anything right now,
what would I be doing?
Would you be here? No.
I'd be sleeping.
Would you really?
I'd be sleeping or going for a run. Jokes. Walk.
Okay.
A walk.
I don't even know how to believe you anymore. I don't even know if anything you say is serious. I don't even know if it's you talking anymore.
How about you? You've been cuddling with your pets for sure.
I've been doing it for the last 3 weeks, okay? And I spend a lot of time with my animals I get them outdoors and I try to get healthier.
Yes.
That seems to be what the general theme is.
That's the goal.
No, if I could have anything right now, it would be my little kids around me and I would just be playing with them non-stop. But I don't have that today. Today it's about us, okay? So I want to hear from your perspective. What does that look like? If you've just got one day to carve out for yourself, what are you going to get up to?
Oh my gosh, there's so many creative things that you could do, and we'll give you some ideas throughout the show today. But we still have that Monday motivational moment waiting for you on the other side of this.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. I told you a quick break and we're here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Now we have to get into a Monday motivational moment just because we all need that start at the beginning of a new week. Now add another adventuregram on Instagram as a reminder for us to just slow down.
Please. And you remind me of this a lot, actually. I don't know if I'm moving too fast for myself, but not every moment calls for a sprint. Think of how the lion lives, okay? Sometimes slowing down is the fastest way forward. If you need to understand that a bit further, take a look at this.
Stop rushing so much. Stop stressing and worrying about the past and the future. Stop wasting your precious seconds on this earth by making everything about things you cannot change or control. Let go of the what-ifs, could-haves and should-haves, and accept everything for what is. Sometimes you really need to remind yourself that you only get this one life, this one chance to live your life to the fullest. So let it all go. Take some deep breaths and listen to your heartbeat. Be present, be mindful, be right here, right now, because the now is all you have.
Be
man.
present, be intentional.
And that was very intentional from the tone to the music. There's a reason why sometimes it's difficult to do it consciously. You've got to find a new rhythm. Maybe it's the people around you. Maybe it's the environment you're in. Why do we lean into nature for these sorts of things? Well, I would imagine this is going to have pushed your button. So let's see how you are responding to this notion of slowing
we had
down.
the first one coming through saying, sometimes you just have to remember this is one chance to live your life to the absolute fullest. You do, because you go by day to day to day, and for somebody to just say, slow down. This is your life. You get to do it once.
You don't get this again tomorrow.
You don't get this again tomorrow.
Or do you?
Beautiful.
I don't know, let's squeeze in another comment. I like this. Life of Sabio saying, take a breather sometimes. Enjoy this life too. Just relax, man. Take the edge off. Maybe it's this time of the year people need to take the edge off just a little
True.
bit.
Well, that's exactly why we brought in our next guest. Now, Mondays, as we know, often arrive with full calendars before you've even opened your eyes, busy minds, the feeling that we need to hit the ground running. What if the best way to begin the week is actually by first reconnecting with yourself? I like the sound of that.
This sounds like one of those things, put the oxygen on yourself before you, and it's difficult, I know, for some people to grasp this. Well, we're going to try, and we're going to get practical. This morning, conscious alignment coach Olivia Moon joins us to explore what it really means to live in alignment and how we can be intentional about that. Doesn't that sound good on a Monday?
It sounds great.
Take the
Olivia,
reins.
welcome.
Thank you so much for having me on this morning.
Thanks
Thank
for
you for being
joining
here.
us. Okay, so a lot of people actually look very successful on the outside. I think we're very good at putting that sort of image forward. But what does it actually mean to live in alignment? Because success doesn't always equate to that at the same time.
I absolutely love this question because it's something I see all the time. And I think it's because we've all been kind of brought up or conditioned to believe that we have to follow the specific blueprint. We have to check certain boxes and follow this path. And then one day we get to this place where we feel happy and fulfilled. And we know that, and what I've seen is this just isn't the case. And so really when we start to step into this journey of alignment, it's switching this perspective from living from the outside in. So a lot of the time we're seeking external validation. We're continuously chasing these goals. Maybe it's a number on the scale or a number in the bank account.
Reshape myself
when
like this.
then, when I get there, then I'll be happy. But really when we start to live in alignment, we start to actually live from the inside out. And what this does is it helps us to celebrate our uniqueness and our authenticity. And so we understand that we don't actually all find the same fulfillment from the same cookie cutter model of life.
Sure.
We start to connect more about what genuinely lights me up and how do I actually align my life from that place. And it can be quite subtle. So a lot of the time, some of the feeling of living in alignment can often just be that sense of, I feel more like myself again.
Yeah.
And that's a beautiful feeling. And in this place of living more in that sense of flow and ease and connection with yourself, there's a sense of gratitude that comes in. And we actually need less in a way just to feel complete and happy.
Fulfilled. Yeah, well, I mean, it's because it's coming from something that we can control as opposed to an external that we can't control. And it's amazing how often we'll give that control away in searching for something. Maybe it's the stage of life that I'm at now, but you kind of get tired of trying to remold yourself and you think, okay, how can we work with what we got? And then you start to discover, okay, the worst thing about me could just be the best thing about me, but you've got to spend some time there. You've got to be intentional and you've got to align yourself. But often we're drifting through our life unaware. How do we know for ourselves? It's easy to look at another person, especially people we care about, and say, oh, you ain't yourself. You're disconnected. How do we identify that within ourselves? What are the signs?
Yeah, so sometimes it can start as very, very subtle. So it can be this feeling that something's a little off and I'm not really sure exactly what it is. But then it can also often be our mindset. So we start to notice that the thoughts in our mind are starting to become a little negative, or we're having these internal conflicts, or we're saying yes when we mean no, and there's often that kind of pattern. It also shows up in different patterns of things like people pleasing, so over-giving, giving without filling our own cup. But when a lot of people that come to me, I say there's a lot of symptoms of being out of alignment, and they can be quite quite on the more extreme end of anxiety, overwhelm, the sense of burnout even, exhaustion, and often just the sense of feeling stuck, like we keep getting in our own way.
How often do we say that in this space? We'll get to the end of one of these
100%.
8-minute discussions and we'll say, just get out of your own way. But it's so true.
It's
We often get
true.
so stuck in that pattern looking for the validation. The pattern becomes the validation, and that's the issue, yeah.
Olivia, let's talk about trust in yourself. I think this is such a huge unlocker of life, right? When it comes to our intuition, we get separated from it through all these things like the external validation that you're talking about, hearing outside thoughts, trying to please people. So why do we stop trusting ourselves? What happens?
I really feel that this starts from a young age. We've been taught that logic and rational thinking is much more powerful than our intuitive guidance,
gut,
our own intuition. And this idea that some people are intuitive and some people are not is just not true. We actually all have this faculty, but a lot of us have learned to suppress it or discount it as being as important. And then another part of this is really stress. So many people are living in this kind of survival state. And when we're in that state, it's almost like you're being chased by a tiger all the time. And in that state, that quiet whisper of our intuition doesn't really get heard. It's that urgency of the mind gets much louder, and so we stop being able to listen. And then I think one of the most important things, especially in our modern day, is that we are so bombarded with external information and distraction and being on our screens that we actually don't take the time to listen.
We never think there.
Yeah, and we need to be able to actually take that time to strengthen that muscle, that faculty that we all have, this intuitive guidance, and start to live from that place, which ultimately will guide us into a life that fulfills us more.
And it's an everyday thing, because I have a feeling once you arrive at that point that you thought was going to make it all make sense, then by the nature of life, you're going to be looking to the next horizon, and that's a good thing. How do we make this a journey that takes us inward and doesn't become just another thing to add to the list of self-improvement? Another book to add to the shelf of things I can improve about myself to make me better. How do we change that narrative to really do the work on ourselves?
Yeah, it's such an important point you raise here, because it's not a destination. It's not like, now I'm going to be in alignment and that's all I'm going to be. It's about letting that be almost like our baseline, and we can start to notice then, when am I out, when am I out?
It's a rhythm.
And some things that we can start to bring in, I think that we all need a lot more of, is just a little bit more silence. And just noticing, is the first thing I'm doing in the morning picking up my phone? Or can I find those 5 minutes just to be with myself, to start to listen? And really, I feel like the most important thing we can start to practice is curiosity. I always like to imagine, we're so much living in our default programming, but if you imagine walking down a path and then someone stops and asks you for directions, suddenly you have to go, oh, where am I going actually?
And
you
why
start
am
to
I
ask,
going
and why am I
there?
going there? And so just practicing that question of what actually lights me up, or what is actually getting in my own way? Because a lot of alignment is about letting go of these limiting beliefs rather than just becoming something new. It's just about delayering. And so that curiosity and silence is, and then of course taking the little micro actions. It doesn't have to change. It's not about changing everything at once. We don't have to live on a mountaintop and quit our jobs
Just
to feel
one
this way.
step.
It's just the little bits about, how do I start my day? How do I end my day? How do I communicate with people? And just starting to let that come from the inside out.
By the end of the day, you're going to be sitting with your tiger, and you're going to be cuddling your tiger, and you're going to be chasing your tiger around. I realized that's how I've been waking up for the last 2 weeks, is I look for the furry friend that's closest to me on the bed, and I cuddle them, and I realign my day. There have been a few key words that you've said. Your gratitude is one that just rings through so often as a first practical step. I can feel my little brain is about fried now, trying to process all of this. So I'm going to do something practical after the break and just move my body, and that's a great way often to start that process. Olivia is not going anywhere. We're going to continue this discussion in just a moment.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
It's true, it is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and welcome back to Expresso on S3. Right now, we get into part 2 of a great conversation. Now, easing into the week starts with reconnecting to yourself. The next step is learning what keeps pulling you away from that exact place. Now, we're back with conscious alignment coach Olivia Moon to unpack self-sabotage, a big one, lasting change, and why real transformation actually goes beyond willpower. Olivia, thank you for still being here. Let's delve straight into it. I want you to take this stage and run with this, because so many of us know what's good for us. You were talking about intuition, and there's something in us that tells us, you should know exactly where you're supposed to be. Yet we still repeat the same unhealthy patterns time and time again. So I'm curious why you think change is so difficult to take on.
Yeah, and I think it's so validating when we actually understand why this is. And it comes down to a little bit more of a neuroscientific lens and understanding how the brain works and how the nervous system works. And so really, we have this incredible survival mechanism, which is this connection between the brain and the body. And two of the primary functions of that are to conserve energy and to keep us safe. And so in order to create a new pattern or a new habit, we actually have to build a new neural pathway. But the thing is, the current pattern that we have has a very deeply ingrained neural pathway. So if you imagine that you've walked this path many, many times, it's very easy to walk. But now if you're wanting to create a new pathway, you've got to do some bundu bashing through the bushes, right? So it's going to take energy. And of course, the body wants to conserve this energy. So it's going to take willpower, right, to keep going. And so that can often, we know it's a finite resource. It's not an infinite resource. And so it's going to take a lot more effort. So in those moments where we feel overwhelmed or stressed, we're just going to take that easy route once again. And then secondly, if we imagine that ultimately our body's trying to keep us safe, safe equals same. So being always in the same or the familiar in the comfort zone is going to be preferential to this exploration of possibility in the unknown. So if you imagine walking this new path, we don't know what's on the other side.
Scary.
And so we're going to find ways to kind of sabotage our own efforts and just go back into that more familiar. So the comfort zone is not always comfortable, but at least it's safe because it's the same, right?
Yeah.
So this is this pattern that actually our body and our survival mechanism is working super well. It's just not actually serving us to meet our goals.
Oh, you said something that we have to delve into, self-sabotage, because we all are so guilty of this. So what does self-sabotage actually look like day in and day out? And how can we tackle this on behalf of everybody?
Yeah, and I think it's also, once again, it can be validating to understand why this is happening. So it's not just us and like, why can't I just do it? Why can't I create the change? And it really is about getting in our own way. And so coming back to this understanding of the body is always seeking safety, if we imagine that we have a goal, and most of the time we haven't ever actually achieved that goal. And so the goal and the result of that goal is unfamiliar. And so because of that, often, especially when we're in more of a stressed state, and I think we'll get into that later, but we're going to rather choose the path that keeps us safe. And so this interesting phenomenon happens where we start to come up with these sneaky ways to self-sabotage. And it's not always obvious. It can be things, the one I see the most is perfectionism. So it's a big one when we start, like, it has to be perfect for me to do it. Procrastination, obviously a huge one for people. Things like, just numbing ourselves and distracting ourselves. And it's just these sneaky little ways that we start to bring ourselves further away from our goals and then get even more frustrated.
Right, and we justify it to ourselves.
Yeah.
We're like, no, but I'm guilty as well, Expresso fam. We're in this together, okay? But I love that your work combines a holistic approach to how we can actually take this on. There's breath work, there's coaching, and also a big one, nervous system regulation, which a lot of people have been talking about recently. So why is lasting change about more than simply just thinking differently? Yeah,
and I think we touched on it a little bit already, this nervous system, this understanding of the nervous system. So when we are in a stressful state, we're much less likely to have an appetite for change. So we rather just want to keep everything the same. So we can't just willpower our way through it. We can't outthink stress. Stress is living in the body. And so unless we start to work with our stress load, and this doesn't mean that we have to quit our job and move to a mountaintop, it's just about how do we start to process our stress so we can come into a more regulated state. And in that state, we suddenly have this lens of possibility. We can start to see different ways forward. We can start to feel inspired, and we can actually hear that voice of our intuition. And so the breath is a beautiful pathway into that. And also just, working with the body, being in nature, all of these things, we know they make us feel good. And so we can't just change our mindset to create change, we have to take it into the body. And that's why my work is really about combining both.
I love that. You can't think your way out of it, right? You have to actually attack it with something physical. Okay, if someone finishes today's conversation and they're wanting to become more aligned with who they are, what is one practice that they could really take with them into this week ahead?
Yeah, so there's so many tools I would want to share, but I would say starting with the breath. I mean, the breath is such a beautiful tool because when we change our breath, we actually change our nervous system state. And it's something that we can all do, and it doesn't have to take long. So actually, you could really combine this 5 minutes of just box breathing, or, you know, breathwork thankfully is becoming mainstream. So just looking up breathwork, doing a practice. And then in that state, we start to invite in curiosity. We start to invite in silence. We start to access that intuition. And just by doing that more and more and more often, we start to learn how to listen to our own inner guidance and to live aligned with that rather than from the shoulds in the outside world telling us who we need to be.
I love that. Olivia Moon, thank you so much for joining us. We're going to live from the inside out, okay? We're going to do this together and hopefully pursue that path of alignment. We all deserve it, and we all deserve to feel fulfilled as well. So take the little steps, do your breathing exercises, and make sure that bite by bite you tackle this elephant. For now, though, speaking about nervous system regulation and tackling with our bodies, we're going to get into a bit of a fitness workout. Grace standing by with an anti-inflammatory workout with the one and only Claudia van Schalkwyk.
We are keeping our bodies moving this July with our brilliant anti-inflammatory workout series. I think during those colder months, it's very easy to become a little less active. The cobwebs start to set in and our bodies feel it. But even a few minutes of just getting moving can make a real difference to how we feel. And someone who understands that all too well, fitness expert Claudia van Schalkwyk is here. Back to help us move, girl. And I think you understand, in my aching old body, movement is essential. And I think this is the fear, is you get older and you think you've got to move away from being active, moving to look after your body, and it's the opposite.
The opposite. So last week we spoke about the fascia. This week we are going to get our hips moving. Okay, because many times we think our back or our knee pain comes from, you know, just
it's localized, but it's actually...
But it's actually our tight hips, because we're sitting, we're laying down, we're cuddling under the blanket.
Yeah.
So this time we are going to move. So I want you to stand with your feet hip width apart. I want you to place your hands on your hips.
Okay,
Graham?
Please do this at home with us. No judgment.
Take a deep breath in, and then you're going to roll it back and forward. Not fast. Take it slow. We are not about perfection, but really about getting into that hips and feeling it. Can you feel it?
I can.
Nice
this is like
deep
the
breath.
extremity of my range of motion.
There you go. Push it out. It's almost like a hinge, right? So you bend, slight bend in the knees, and then you push it forward. Now let's go to the other side.
And this, I can feel the glutes are starting to wake up even a little bit.
And back. Keep going, keep rolling. This is one of the first things I do when I wake up in the morning.
And it's such a central kind of button to push.
And
feel the whole system.
Great, so now we stand still. Now, if you have a chair and you're not good with your balance, you can hold onto a chair, but then try to just move your hips back and forth. There you go. Oh, okay, Graham, you're not too bad. There you go.
Hey, listen, I've spent about 5 years working on the stability of my poor left leg. But it is so great after
Let's go, other side.
Been through a rehab process.
And go.
And you can...
So hold on to a chair. I know this is advanced. So for beginners at home, you're more than welcome to hold on to a chair. 5.
I like how I'm holding on to a ghost chair. That's not even there.
3, 2, and 1. Now let's hit the floor.
And there you've engaged your core already, which is
great. You have to.
It's got to be engaged.
Because you're activating the core.
Okay.
Okay, so now we are going to get our heels in line with our knees.
Okay, we're going to try and do that. There we go.
Heel in line with your knees.
Okay, we got
Focus on now. This is a bit, you know, but...
You're crossing hemispheres,
There you go.
Okay.
So push onto your heels and over and bring it back. Don't lift your heels off the floor. Just push into you. So you call it a 90-90.
90-90.
90-90. You sit in front of the desk and you feel.
Sure.
And push it over. Come back for me.
What I like about this, it's a movement that you can't kind of duplicate doing anything else.
No, you can't. And now the other side. Can you feel it?
My goodness, that is great.
Big opener. And then back again. Last one.
Sure.
There you go. Hold it there. You can keep it for 3 seconds there. 3, 2, 1. Let's go back. Hold it there. 1, 2, 3. Right. I was joking. This is the last one. Okay. Make sure that your wrist is underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips.
Okay, so a nice square
toes.
box.
Get your toes right into the floor there. Your toes are your foundation. Now lift your knee up for me and make a circle with your knee. A big circle. Okay, there you feel it now. Sometimes, many times...
I'm surprised you can't hear the clicking over the mic.
Many times we think we need more stretch, but actually what we do need is more strength.
You see now.
Because we are weak. We need strength.
Carry the load, yeah.
Instead of just stretching our bodies. Let's do the other side. We're almost done. Let's go for 3. Make big circle. Try to squeeze. Try to keep your thoracic spine straight. Look forward for me, Graham. Don't drop the
There we go.
chin.
It helps to
There
keep
you go.
the
Three,
spine nicely aligned.
2, and 1. Slowly come up. To your feet. Roll it over. Nice. And that will keep you going.
I love it. How long do you need to do this in the morning to
5
get yourself?
minutes.
Really?
5 to 10 minutes every morning, and you'll feel, because what we tend to do, we sit in front of our computers, we sit on the couch, our hips feel everything, and if our hips are tight, that gives us less mobility to move around.
Oh, and that affects the lower back and the hip
Everything.
flexors, and everything is all interwoven together. If people want to reach you, if they want to ask directly, if they want to come and move with you, how do they find you?
They find me at Transform with Claws on IG, or join my Move with Grace movement I have.
And it is a lot of fun. I've heard once you go, you never come back, actually. But we found our tribe. We are here to move, and it doesn't have to be big movements, hardcore cardiovascular tests. Just move. Just get yourself going in the morning, and you'll be amazed at how motivated you'll be for the rest of your day. Claude, absolute legend.
Thank you.
I mean, I got to give him a round of applause. Gray, that was fantastic. And thank you for showing us the way when it comes to an anti-inflammatory workout, as well as you, Claudia, as per usual. And I have a feeling it's not the last that we'll see of the two of them working out together. But for now, we're going to get into a bit of a reward on the other side of this break and make a samosa. We've got Chef Sia with us, who I've been told is a samosa samurai. Jade confirmed this, all right? And we have to get into a delicious recipe that uses indigenous ingredients. It's all around sea pumpkin and potatoes coming together in a delicious bite-sized snack. And then, of course, World Cup magic comes your way. We're getting into those last and final moments, so let's definitely get our action on straight after this.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. Thank you for joining us for our movement session this morning. Hopefully you are feeling a little less inflamed and more enthused if you've got any energy left. It was a busy weekend. A lot of sleep was had. Why? FIFA World Cup. The semi-final lineup is officially set. And it looks right. Following this weekend's quarterfinal action, our hearts were broken. It was crazy. So France ended Morocco's fairy tale run. Spain edged out Belgium in a heavyweight European clash. Then England survived a stern test against Norway. Young Jude Bellingham finding his straps. And then Argentina, they kept their title defence very much alive with a dramatic victory over Switzerland. And we just did not sleep. Now we have to try and figure out how it's all going to pan out. And joining us to reflect on the biggest moments from the quarterfinals, Devin Peterson and Tyron McKinnon. Gents, okay, well, you've let your allegiances be known, and that's okay. We're all right now. As long as it's not club allegiances, we are fine. Gents, can we chew on the bitter pill? Because I would imagine you spent a good portion of this weekend talking about VAR.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Norway and England. Let's talk about disallowed goals, the ball hitting a camera by the looks of it. Is there a place for VAR in the modern game? When we look at how clunky it's been in this World Cup, maybe a good case against. How are you feeling about it, Tom?
Honestly, when it comes to VAR, it's such a difficult topic because what it's doing is right for football, because technically we want the right decisions. We don't want another situation like Frank Lampard in the 2010 World Cup. But at the same time, every time we do see decisions like this, it calls questions on the referee. And realistically, we don't want to go into a period of football where we're looking at the referee constantly.
We're mistrusting the referee. And then we're still saying it's on the ref's shoulders to discern within that brief 30 seconds. And we'll look at these clips, slow down for weeks afterwards and have differing opinions. So I don't know how they are expected in the moment to be able to do it. So when you look at a game like that, then how do the teams playing? Do they give themselves a second to rest on, it should have been ours? Or in Norway's case, do they say, okay, we missed opportunities, we had opportunities, we could have done it? I mean, VAR, it's there. They've got to live with it.
Look, for me, Graham, personally, it's not the tool, it's the fools behind the tool. I think it's a bunch of WWs.
We brought up the WW again.
So for me, at the end of the day, look, there was always going to be inconsistencies with it. At the end of the day, you just have to pick yourself up and just go for it. At the end of the day, don't wait to the ref's call and all of that. At the end of the day, you have a job to do. Now, a lot of people are talking about the Norway goal. Fine, all good and well. But let's be honest, if you know everything is going to be so fixated with the camera on, all eyes are on you, Haaland should not push the player, especially right now. So do not do that. Don't do it. So
I don't think that's in his nature.
And I mean, that's kind of rich coming from an Arsenal fan to say not pushing the box.
I told you, allegiances, we
so
leave
sorry,
at the door.
I felt offended.
Well, we are good at it. Like as we are the set piece kings, but we do it so well.
Oh,
so,
okay,
you
okay.
know, there's a way to do it.
You've got to steal what you can
There's
when
a
you
way
can.
to do it, you know?
So England must feel like the right test at the right time. I kind of feel if England had met Argentina a little bit earlier, it would be a little bit scary. Let's, before we get into that prospective matchup, when we look at Spain and Belgium, Spain, they like to hold the ball.
Yeah.
They like a bit of possession. How did that one play out? Belgium, when you look at them on paper, you're like, hang on a minute, this is a team that could do the things. But they look really, really strong.
With Spain, I always knew that where we win our battles is always in the midfield. We like to hold position. We like to drift out to the wings. So my biggest concern coming into the tournament was the fact that we were lacking a striker, like a full-on striker. Yavabal is good, but he's not what we used to. But I mean, like what we used to. I come from the era of David Villa, Fernando Torres up front. So my biggest issue was that coming into the game against Belgium, we needed Mikel Merino to come in and save us. And my worry is that going up against France, that is a specific part where we are going to struggle a little bit.
And you're kind of playing into France's hands, their transition. And what we've seen, I mean, anyone can strike from anywhere. Yeah. Dembele has been absolutely amazing. I think he's been the breakout for me, all due respect. But two very contrasting styles here. So what wins? Do we look for possession? Is it that transitional counter-attacking capability? How do you see this one playing out?
I think, look, make no mistake about it. Their position, the way they hold position, they are one of the best teams in the world at doing that. But I think that will play into our hands because, like you mentioned, on the counter, Dembele, and of course, Kylian Mbappe. Come on, let's not even go there. They will hold the ball. What we will do with them is they can
You know the coach is listening right now. So just,
they can
just
hold the
speak
ball
slowly.
for as much as they want. Like I said, in the first hour, we will first take their legs, and then afterwards we will take their soul at the end of the day.
Yeah, he was watching the wrong thing. He was watching the Conor McGregor fight. That didn't actually ever happen. Just very quickly, who's taking this World Cup? Based on the 4 on the board right now, who's winning this thing?
I'm definitely going for Spain. I think the thing with France is going to be our biggest challenge. I think going into the final, Spain always delivers in a final. We just need to get there. And I think realistically, we have more than enough to actually punish France. They only have the attack and nothing else really. So I see a lot of holes in that France squad.
Fighting words. We love it. Wherever your allegiances lie, all bets are off, or maybe all bets are on, because it's the semi-finals of the World Cup. 4 of the biggest guns. They have earned their right to be there. I love the fact that England are there with a shout. We've got our defending champions there, the 2010 champions, the perennial champions are there. It's going to be a winner. Yay for football.
Yay, sports, exactly that. Right now, we're going to get into some delicious food, the other F word we absolutely love, that has a wonderful way of connecting us to people and also places and ingredients. Now, Food Jams creates experiences where guests cook side by side, learn from one another, and gather around a shared table just the way we like it. And today's rising star and Samosa Samurai, we've got Sia Temba Chiomzana, aka Chef Sia, with us, with Jay Duval to give us the much-loved samosa, a proudly local twist using indigenous sea pumpkin. Now, this is something I haven't heard of before, but welcome, Chef. Welcome, Jay. Thank you for being here.
We're so excited.
Can we actually start with that indigenous ingredient? I believe
absolutely.
It's this one here, right?
This is a very precious ingredient because...
Tell me more.
We find it everywhere we go in the Western Cape. It grows abundantly, and especially in soily soil, or in sandy soil. It was first introduced by a great friend, Luby, who's been here before with you.
Yes.
And it's a great thing. You easily walk past him and like, hey, is that actually edible? And
Can
guess
I
what
eat
it
it?
is? We're going to try it today.
Okay, so what are we making? We're making a sea pumpkin with samosa. I mean, with potato samosa.
Yeah.
Okay, where do we begin, Chef?
So basically, start by boiling your potatoes. First
Right.
of all, so that they need to cook, and then you're gonna start chopping up our sea pumpkin. So firstly, you need to blanch it.
You need to blanch it a bit,
Blanch it for
okay.
a bit, and then you take it out, and then you chop it up.
Jaden, what is the taste, the texture? What are we talking
I
about?
was just about to snack on it
Yeah.
already. Oh, it's
Tell
one of my
me.
favorite. It's succulent, it bursts in your mouth, and it definitely has a bit of ocean flavor, ocean profile as well. So it's one of those deliciousness. Hey, if you don't find sea pumpkin, kale or spinach is a perfect one to consider. But in the meantime, let's have fun with sea
Why
pumpkin.
not? So it's quite a coastal ingredient as well. You'll find it along beaches, I assume.
Yes,
Absolutely.
Okay, perfect.
And we grow it in our garden at Food Jams as
Oh,
well.
you
So we
do?
love being able to find our own ingredients. I always say each chef has got their secret ingredient in the kitchen, and this is definitely one of ours.
I love that. Well, Food Jam seems to be the place to be. Jay, tell us a bit more about it. It's an experience that people can get into. So what exactly is it?
Oh, absolutely. We have a lot of ingredients that are key to Food Jams.
Yeah.
One of the most important parts is that we have fun in the kitchen.
Come on, bring back fun in the
Smell the fun.
kitchen.
Oh, so there's music playing, there's drinks flowing. It's a get-together around in my favorite place in the kitchen.
Lovely.
And the key ingredient for us would be energy of people coming together. So if you love cooking and it's your happy place, but if you don't like cooking, if you're scared to make your own dish, we are there to catch you. We've got your backs at any stages, and we love creating a special vibe where everybody feels that they can get hands-on in the kitchen and get their hands
I
dirty.
love it. So for the newbies, for the experienced chefs, we're all welcome.
Oh, absolutely. It's our favorite place to come together. And we're actually hosting a food jam at our space in a few hours, which is very exciting
my
with the team.
goodness.
So we're kickstarting this morning with a
Is this on the
delicious-
menu?
Always is.
It always is on the menu.
Especially when Chef Sia's behind the pots and pans.
Lovely.
I really smell the coriander. There's
Yeah,
beautiful
coriander.
flavors coming in.
So this is
Shafia, what do we add that complements
Yes,
this?
I was gonna say. So after I've sauteed this, I'm gonna add some cumin.
Okay.
Ooh, stunning. My
Cumin.
favorite, earthy,
Yeah.
grounding, great also for anti-inflammatory purposes too.
Coriander
So we're
also.
in
Perfect.
the mix.
And some turmeric.
Also
yay.
great for anti-inflammatory.
Perfect.
How stunning is that?
A little bit of salt to give it a nice taste.
Of course.
Yeah,
And you'll see that
you
the
never
chef,
go wrong with
chef
salt.
is really giving the time to caramelize, to build up flavor. This is where,
And then some pepper
pepper
Yes.
bag, delicious.
and garlic also.
Oh,
And fresh
stunning.
garlic at
Fresh
that
garlic
too.
also, yeah. Can never go wrong with that.
Okay, so this is the foundation of the
The foundation of the
samosa.
samosa, yeah.
I love that.
So you have to saute your sea pumpkin with the onions so that you can add your spices so that it gives that flavor. And after that, you can add your potatoes.
That's love. I mean, the smell in the kitchen is incredible.
It calls the neighbors out.
You know what I'm saying? They're knocking on the door saying, where's my portion?
Where's my
Well, it's
portion?
definitely making me do a samosa dance.
You
eh?
know?
I'm feeling it.
Speaking about samosas, you actually have the pre-created one next to you, Jade. So you can pop them in the oil if it's hot enough.
Excited to see them happening. So the oil is nice and hot.
while
It's
that-
shimmering over here, which is really great.
Okay.
I can see that it's the right temperature thanks to the amazing team.
Shout out to our kitchen fairies.
So,
And so I'm slowly dropping them in so
After-
there's no splats.
Of course.
And over back to Chef Sia.
so after all that, it needs to cool down. So after it's cooled down,
Yes.
we're gonna start rolling it now.
I assume there's something under your
Yeah,
chef.
yeah. So this is our samosa
Lovely.
pastry. So people think this is the hard part. This is actually the hard part because people keep on messing this up. I'm gonna have you doing one with me.
I'm going to watch you first, chef, because the samurai is
Come
in
on.
the building and we've got to see how you do it.
So the first things first, you need to make a pocket for it.
Okay.
Right? And then you need to hold it here. Because if you don't hold it here, it's gonna have a leak. Then when you fry it, it just
It's gonna- the ingredients are
goes
gonna come out.
Yeah. So first of all, you have to make that pocket.
It makes it look so easy.
Yeah, I mean, I do this all the time,
Right.
every day. So after that pocket,
All the aunties are so proud of you right now.
We are totally channeling. And Chef Sia, you grew up in a very special part of South Africa.
yeah.
And
second biggest township in South Africa.
Whereabouts?
Dansana Eastern Cape.
Oh, lovely.
So I actually came here for food gems.
Ah.
Like what, last year, March.
hey, you got to call like Chef Sia, we need you.
We need
Come
you
to
to
Cape
Cape Town.
Town.
We need the samosa samurai. All right, so Jade is busy with the golden brown samosas.
looking
Chef
so
Sia is
good.
busy putting this together. We're going to taste after the break because we have to get straight into the goodness of everything to do with this. But I will try my hand on this. On the other side, we'll see you in a bit. That looks fantastic.
You can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
And welcome back after that quick short break. Let's get straight into your news headlines at the top of the hour. Starting out nationally with the Gauteng Health Department that has urged residents to protect public property following the alleged theft and vandalism of infrastructure at Chris Hani Baragwanath Hospital in Soweto. Now, a suspect was arrested by hospital security after allegedly stealing taps from the facility, and a criminal case has been opened at Diepkloof Police Station. Now, the department says it is working with police on the investigation, warning that theft and vandalism disrupt healthcare services and negatively affect patient care. Well, in other local news, the Interministerial Committee on Migration says most undocumented foreign nationals in South Africa do not qualify for refugee or asylum status. More than 53,000 people have recently been processed for deportation or repatriation. Government says political instability in neighboring countries continues to drive irregular migration and has urged African Union members to improve governance and economic conditions. Meanwhile, the Department of Home Affairs says the Musina Repatriation Centre remains fully operational despite a decline in undocumented migrants being processed. Well, internationally speaking now, firefighters out in Spain have made significant progress in containing that wildfire that devastated Almeria province, allowing around 1,500 evacuated residents to begin returning home. Now, the blaze, which started on the 9th of July near the Sierra de los Felebres, killed at least 12 people and scorched about 66 square kilometers. Regional officials say the fire has been stabilized, while emergency crews continue tackling remaining hotspots. Now, Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez is expected to visit the affected area as Western Europe endures another intense heat wave. Meanwhile, Doctors Without Borders has established an Ebola simulation training center in Kenya to prepare health workers for deployment to the Democratic Republic of Congo, where the country's worst recorded outbreak has claimed at least 600 lives. The facility teaches infection control, safe burials, and community engagement to reduce fear and misinformation. Now, around 100 trainees are expected each month, including medical staff from across the region, as officials strengthen preparedness against the rapidly growing outbreak. Let's close off on a better note with Japanese researchers that have uncovered a naturally occurring bacterium in the gut, in fact, of a tree frog that eliminated cancer tumors in mice with a single treatment. Now, the study found that the bacteria not only destroyed cancer cells, but also activated the immune system while showing no long-term toxicity. Scientists say the breakthrough highlights the untapped medical potential of biodiversity and could pave the way for new treatments for breast, pancreatic, and other cancers. Although further research is needed before human use, the discovery offers fresh hope in the global fight against cancer. On that note, we close up your 7 o'clock news. Let's get the latest in sports from Gray.
And he's done it again. He is fast becoming a living legend in the sport, and with good reason. Let's start with tennis. Jannik Sinner is a two-time Wimbledon champion. That was after defeating Alexander Zverev in yesterday's final, both players finding another level. The Italian world number one fought back from a set down to secure now back-to-back Wimbledon trophies and his 5th Grand Slam title overall. And I think with these two pushing each other over the coming years, it's going to be a lot more of this to come. Then, of course, on Saturday, Linda Noskova won her maiden Grand Slam title as well after defeating compatriot Karolina Muchova in the women's singles final. Now let's get back out into the road for a shortened course in the Tour de France. Matteo van der Poel, he claimed victory on a shortened stage 9 of the Tour de France, out-sprinting Tobias Johannesson and Tom Pidcock. So the stage was cut by around 30 kilometers because of extreme temperatures. Defending champion Tadej Pogacar still very much in the mix, retaining that overall leader's yellow jersey, heading into today's first rest day of the Tour. So we'll reconnect with him again tomorrow. Now let's get back into the World Cup lane as Argentina kept their FIFA World Cup title defence very much alive with a 3-1 quarter-final victory over Switzerland to book their place in the last 4. So as a result, they will meet England in the semi-finals after Jude Bellingham scored twice in a 2-1 win over Norway. Hey, Jude. The other semi-final, of course, sees the big guns, France, taking on Spain, 2 perennial champions ready to lock horns. Now we have to round off with a heartbreaking story as we bring it back to South Africa. Mamelodi Sundowns and Bafana Bafana midfielder Jaden Adams has passed away at the age of 25. Now, tributes have poured in from across the footballing world and beyond, with clubs, teammates and supporters praising a young player whose talent and humility left a lasting mark on the game and the players around him. Adams represented both club and country with distinction, and he will be remembered as one of South African football's brightest young talents. And to his family, we are sending all of our love and support and condolences, and ask that please the family be given some space to grieve during this very, very difficult time. And that is where we leave our sport for now. Let's get into the traffic. Let's start up in Brackenfell with our traffic watch in Cape Town. Slow-moving traffic can be expected on the R300 northbound. That's at the N1 inbound ramp. Heavy congestion continuing to build in the area. Daily commuters are advised to remain patient, please. Allow for some extra travel time and then drive with caution as you head into the Monday morning commute. It's hectic out there. That's where we leave the traffic. Let's get into the weather. Right, we kick off up in Polokwane. Good morning to you. You're going to start your week off under sunny skies today. Albeit a chilly start, a low of 4 degrees to a beautiful high of 22 for your Monday. Then heading into the rest of the week, bright sunny skies dominating with fairly warm daytime highs, peaking at 25 degrees for most of the week, in fact. Klerksdorp, our next stop, sunny conditions will take over your day today. Temperatures start at a brisk 6 degrees and they reach a warm enough high of 22 degrees. Then the coming days bring some daytime highs peaking at around 23 degrees throughout, while your skies remain mainly sunny. Pretoria, good morning to you. Your day will be brightened by some beautiful sunny skies above today. Temperatures ranging between a low of 7 and a high of 21 degrees for your kickstart for the week. And then looking ahead, expect sunny skies to take over the rest of the week. Tomorrow's daytime highs ranging between 8 and 22 degrees. Georgie, our next stop, good morning to you. Mostly sunny skies dominating your forecast today as well. Temperatures start at a brisk 6 degrees, rising to a high of only 17 today. Then moving through the week, temperature highs, so they're going to settle between 19 and 21 degrees under clear sunny skies throughout the entire week, in fact. Mbombela, good morning to you. Partly cloudy skies are going to define your day, and you have a 50% chance of rain today. As a result, the temperatures drifting between 9 degrees and a daytime high of 20 for your Monday. And then looking further down the line, tomorrow brings mostly sunny skies, a few passing clouds, and a pattern that continues throughout the rest of the week. Bloemfontein, you've got partly cloudy skies from start to finish today. Your temperature range does kick off on a cold 2 degrees, albeit going up to 19 as your peak. And then you're in for some sun-filled days ahead, pleasantly warming temperatures peaking at around 21 degrees through the midweek. Good morning to you, Richards Bay. Your skies are going to remain partly cloudy today, and you have a 35% chance of rain for your Monday. Temperatures ranging between a cool 11, rising to a comfortable 21 degrees today. And then cloudy skies are going to turn sunny from tomorrow until Friday at least. Then the rain comes back in, 40% chance of rain going into the weekend. Derbs, showers are likely throughout your day. Today, 25% of your day, in fact, covered in rain. Temperatures will rise from a low of 11, setting at 21. Then tomorrow brings some sunny skies. Your temperatures ranging between 11 and 23 degrees. As a result, kind of stays in that lane for the rest of the week. Tata, good morning to you. Please be aware some morning fog is going to be present, but it will give way to cloudier skies by the afternoon. Your temperatures drifting between 6 and 19 degrees as a result. And then over the next 3 days, you've got plenty of sunshine. Your daytime highs alternating between 22 and 23 degrees. Nkuba, cloudy start to the day for you, is going to turn sunny by the afternoon. Thankfully, temperatures moving between a very cold 2 degrees, and they'll set at 19 later today. Then grey skies are going to define the coming days with cool to pleasant temperatures, your highs not exceeding 22 degrees until the weekend. Kogompo City, you'll look up to partly cloudy skies today with rain chanced for the day, and temperatures ranging between a cool 9 and 21 degrees as a result. And sunny skies are going to kick off tomorrow, dominating the coming days. Some cloudy and wet conditions expected to roll in by Friday. In fact, a 35% chance of rain. Rebecca, good morning to you. Showers are on the forecast for today under partly cloudy skies. Temperatures start at a chilly 8, rising to set at 20 degrees on your Monday. And then as we move into the week, cloudy conditions remain, and tomorrow bringing mostly sunny skies and some passing cloud here and there. Gorgeous George, how are you feeling this morning? Well, your day is going to unfold under mostly sunny skies today. Temperatures, they do shift from a chilly 9 to a high of 19 degrees, pretty moderate day. And the outlook remains partly cloudy and humid, in fact, for the week. You'll cool to pleasant temperatures peaking at 19 degrees for the most part. The mother city is our next stop, and Cape Town can expect partly cloudy skies to take over most of today. As a result, your temperatures sitting between a brisk 9 and a high of only 16. Then heading into the week, our days are going to be defined by cloudy and humid conditions. Temperature highs ranging in the mid-teens. Bit of rain kicking in as we progress. Sutherland, our next stop this morning, and cloudy skies are going to start your day off before sunshine breaks through by this afternoon. Temperatures ranging between a biting 2 degrees and a rather low high of 17, and unfortunately pretty much stays in that gear for the rest of the week. Tomorrow's temperatures remaining pretty much unchanged. Kimberly, good morning to you. Your Monday is going to be spent under mostly sunny skies, thankfully, today. Temperatures ranging from a cold 2 to a high of 22 degrees. Beautiful afternoon. Sun-filled skies are going to take over your week with temperatures remaining pleasantly warm throughout, peaking at 24 degrees by Friday. Up east, as always, our final stop. Good morning to you. Today's got partly cloudy skies setting the tone. Temperatures rising from a freezing 2 degrees to set at a beautiful 24. And then as we move into the rest of the week, tomorrow, sunny skies above. Temperatures moving from a cold 2 degrees, but they pretty much stay in that 24-25 zone before climbing as we move into the weekend. And that's a large-scale view of the weather patterns moving across the country. Thankfully, a lot of sunshine as we travel, but Leroy Snyman needed to prove just how beautiful his neck of the woods was in Kogompo City this morning. Beautiful. 19 degrees is your high today, but thank you for capturing just the start of a beautiful, energetic morning. Still feels quite still. Hopefully it still feels like that when you look out your window this morning. Lots of energy out there ready to be embraced. And if you think you can beat it, well, let's prove it from your lens to our screens. Please WhatsApp us a beautiful sunrise pic. 063-036-9649. That's the number to use to stay connected.
He's jealous. I can already tell in his eyes because he wants to taste the goodness of what we've made. Tipsy is still here, as well as Jade from Food Jams. And food jamming we will.
Oh,
You've made a, remind me again?
Sea
Sea pumpkin samosa. And then we're pairing it with what, chef?
Chili sauce.
Ooh, chili sauce first thing in the morning. Okay.
Great way to kickstart.
You know, a literal kickstart. I'm just going to go little.
Oh, yay.
Because it might be very spicy. All right, let's taste it. Mmm. I can feel the texture and the taste of the pumpkin, sea pumpkin. Fantastic. 10 out of 10. Oh my gosh, and that, did you make that as well?
Yeah, we make that homemade.
Oh.
Make all our sauces.
Can you jar that and leave it in my house? That's absolutely divine. They're going absolutely nowhere either. Food Jams will enjoy the time with us throughout the show today, so don't go anywhere. And if anything, make these samosas. I'm gonna have one more bite. I won't double dip. It is. It's your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and welcome back. Listen, that samosa did things to me.
Sure.
But right
Gatekeeper.
now...
You're a gatekeeper of samosas.
I knew you would want some. We went sports samosas. Now we're going to go back to sports because we have to, right? Before every match, every challenge, and every big moment, there's often one thing that can make all the difference, and it's a few words of encouragement. I love words of encouragement.
Well, we are about words of encouragement, aren't we? It's kind of
Right.
about, we joke about our love language being food, but our love language is kind of words.
It is words.
It's words of encouragement because
Affirmation.
that's our vibe here. But it does make a big difference, and it's weird. Like, as I try and think about this now a lot with my kids as they're starting to embrace kind of little elite moments in their sport where I'm like, okay, you want to back them and you want to be there. But the weird thing is, I really still don't care about the result.
Graham, is that for real?
It's for real. I care about it in so much as it affects them. But how do you translate to them? Because they want to win.
Right.
We're going to try to figure it out today. We're going to try to figure these words out. Today, we are going to put all the motivational skills to the test as we compete to deliver the ultimate 10-second pep talks, proving that confidence often starts with what we say to ourselves and each other. Now, we've had a great roadmap to follow. We've had some phenomenal young sportswomen step into the space to talk about the value of sport and the power of words.
At such a young age as well. I'm like, okay, if they can do it, I can do it. So we've got to think back to a moment we needed a confidence boost. What, if you can remember, was the best piece of encouragement that you received to get you over that hump?
It's weird. This came a little bit later in life, but it had been a while since I'd had a sports pep talk. And I phoned my mom after my third dance-off in Strictly.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know if I can do it. And I think I was even in tears because it was just, and I felt like I was letting Lindsay down because she was this amazing dancer and she should be winning it. And I'm like, she got me, this poor dancer, this poor person, And my mom just said, do you remember when you were doing, when you were really good at martial arts? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, do that again. I was like, what? She was like, just be better.
Yeah.
And it was weird. I'd given myself a million excuses to not be better at this thing because I don't have musicality.
You disqualified yourself, right?
I didn't for a second think about what I was good at.
The lens shift.
Thank
we
you,
love
Mom.
it. From our
Thank you, Mom.
perspective, Auntie Sue, we love you. Okay, so we're going to put ourselves to the test. A few sporting scenarios are going to pop up on screen. We've got 10 seconds to deliver our best locker room pep talk. So let's check out the first one. I'm going to put this to you, Gray.
Okay.
Your child's about to play his or her very first football match. What do you say to them in 3, 2, 1?
First of all, I love you. I want to say I don't care about the result, but I really want you to win because I know this matters so much to you. Have some fun. There's some good players out there. Go test yourself and don't hold back. Go, boy.
Go
Come on.
sports. I'm encouraged. Okay, give me one.
I'm feeling quite excited now. Okay. Your teammate just missed a sitter, a very easy goal. Go.
Oh, okay. You should have got that. Let's start there first of all. But we forgive you because we are a team and we've got this and we're going to go to the field again and show up as our best selves and score and win this game.
I gave you 13 seconds.
I got 13 seconds. It's because I started badly. But they got to know that they did the wrong thing.
But I was the worst pitch talker ever, okay? And I think maybe they like that from a humorous value, you know? Just break the edge, okay?
Okay, you've got one. You're nervous before a big final. What do you say? Or what do you say to them?
Does this really matter to you?
Yes.
Yes. Are you nervous? Yes.
Yes.
You should be nervous because it really matters. It matters to you. It matters to me. I don't care whether you win or lose. I just care how you feel about winning or losing. But I know you really want to win. So go out there and have some fun. Come on.
So good.
We better play a game of football after this, eh?
At some point. We've done it once. We'll do it again.
It's all I got.
Give me one.
Okay. Oh, this is a tough one, okay? Your teammate is feeling it. He is returning or she is returning after an injury.
Oh, I'd probably be like, are you okay? Do you need some oranges? Are you good to go in the game? Because I will substitute for you. But if you're good to go, let's go, baby!
Are you holding the oranges when you do that? Listen, we know an orange slice will sort you out, eh? It doesn't matter how injured, how tired you are, an orange slice has got you covered.
It will revive you. Okay, here's another
The funny thing
one.
is you did do that during the five-a-side. You did go onto the field and did score a goal.
I did, almost, but we'll say I did. Okay, your child made a mistake and wants to give up? Oh, that's tough.
Are you weak? No. Here is the bottom line. How many mistakes did you make yesterday? And you're still standing today. You're probably going to make 100 more mistakes today. The most important thing is that you're still standing here. So forget about it. Get out there and go and smash it. Let's make 100 more mistakes. Go.
Yes.
Come on.
Okay, last one. We can both take this one.
Okay.
You're the newest player on the team, so I have to give a pep talk as the newest player. Well, welcome to the best days of your life. I've officially joined your team, and we're win or lose, gonna have a great time.
I'm going to say, don't be poor. Don't be weak.
Don't be weak.
Below par, okay? Be above average. No.
Yes.
Welcome to the team, baby, because she loves sport and we love sport. No, we absolutely love the power behind these words. How happy
true.
do you feel right now?
I do actually feel good.
You're not even a football player, as much as I dream about you one day.
You know what? I've got some skills there, but I just should have started probably 30 years ago. I don't know.
Late.
Words of encouragement just really help. And the more I have these conversations with the Dove campaign, the more I realize that, yes, the game is great and you have to have the skills that you bring to the table, but it's more about what happens off the field as well. The moments of family and friendship and camaraderie and encouragement and affirmation that really get you over the hump.
I'll tell you one thing. The closest relationships I have as an adult now are built not on the victories that I had with my friends, but those moments of picking each other back up on those fields, those worst losses, those dislocated thumbs, those ridiculous moments. That's what makes the connections in sport. Teaches us strength and resilience. Absolutely love this. Sometimes the most powerful thing that we can give someone isn't advice. It's belief.
Oh, I like that. A few encouraging words can truly help someone take that next step, and that's something we can all do every single day. So if you have already or would like to learn more about the Dove Body Confidence Sport Program and its mission to basically help more girls stay active and confident and engaged in sport, be sure to visit Dove's website and, of course, their social media platforms.
Choose confidence. Dove is the perfect first deodorant for teens. Gentle on skin, effective on sweat.
We've been having some fun today. Creativity has been the name of the game. So we're going to get into the kitchen and make some herbed pita bread.
I'm there for that.
We've already used sea pumpkins.
Are you going to gatekeep the pita bread as well? Or at some point I'll be
have.
allowed to eat? Well, maybe I'm going to need my therapy somewhere else. And clay therapy offers a way to get tactile, to get practical, to literally have it in your hands, to let your creativity out. But I have a feeling there is something that bubbles underneath when we get creative like this that could be such a release. And maybe that's what you've been waiting for. We'll try after the break.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We said creativity is the name of the game, and right now we're going to delve into a world that rarely slows down. And we're talking about ceramics. And we've got ceramic artist and teacher Louise Gelderblom with us, who creates a space that is safe, where creativity, connection, and of course self-care come together beautifully. Through what she calls clay therapy, she invites people from all walks of life to discover the restorative power of working with clay, one mindful moment at a time. So let's give her a feel-good welcome, everybody. Hey. Louise, welcome, and thanks for joining us.
It's a pleasure. Thanks for inviting me.
I know it's quite early in the morning, but therapy comes in all forms, let me tell you that much. You describe your weekly classes as clay therapy, and I want to delve straight into this because what inspired that concept, and what have you witnessed from the people that made you conclude that it's clay therapy?
Well, firstly, it's a catchy name.
Yeah.
But I do believe that normal people come into the studio from all walks of life, and they, you know, with various levels of busyness and stress and whatever, and they come in there and they are transported into a space for 2.5 hours where the only thing they need to do is to sit around a table with 6 or 7 other people and work with their hands with clay. We don't use wheels, we just do handwork, and it somehow relaxes the critical brain to just be in the moment. And people say that it's great, you know, they feel like they having therapy or whatever. I say, look, I'm not doing psychotherapy. So please.
Well, whatever you're doing is working, clearly.
Yeah, no, it's a really lovely thing for people to do, and it's a lovely. I really admire people who take time per week to nurture themselves doing something creative, because it's very easy to give up that time, you know. Absolutely. To say, well, you just don't have time. Yeah. And I really admire that, and I love working with these people.
Well, we've been talking about intentionality and also alignment the whole way this morning, and I think when you do carve out time for something that you can do and remind yourself to be grounded and present, that should be rewarded. What sort of creative things do people create out of this experience?
So when they start at the studio, I teach them all the techniques of hand building. So effectively, by the end of the introduction to it, they could build themselves a house if that's what they
Wait
really
a minute. If that's the goal,
not to be fired in my studio, but so different people do different things. I quite like it when I encourage people to find their own creative voices. Sometimes people start there and they say, I want to make work just like your work. And I'm saying, no, you're not going to do that. You're going to do work like your work.
Yeah.
And it's incredible how different people all have a different creative voice that comes out, even if they didn't think they had any creativity in them at all.
And you're creating that space where they build that trust with themselves as well. At first it feels a bit uncomfortable, but they're like, actually, if I go towards this way, this feels good. This feels like my form of expression.
Exactly.
And the methods of communication, are people talking while they're building?
Yes, so it's a really sort of a random thing that happens, which is people, like literally people from all walks of life who would never have met
cross
in real
paths
life.
Otherwise,
Sit around the table, they don't know anything about one another except that they're there to work with clay. And the problems of the world are solved in clay therapy. It's an incredibly powerful resource for the people in the, you know, in the group. So I think if you're working with clay, you are sort of disconnecting your critical brain.
Yeah.
And you're working with your hands, and, you know, some people talk a lot. other people talk more sense.
Right. I like that distinction.
But yeah, I think people come out of it and they've had a nurturing, creative, self-caring time, and that's
the
really
point,
amazing,
really.
yeah.
Well, I think it's therapy. We're going to go ahead and call it that. Clay Therapy _ Cape Town, right?
Yes.
That's how people get in touch?
Yes.
That's how they find you. Louise is incredible. And no, you can't be just as great as she is, but you can be your own kind of great.
No, you can be as great as I am. Clay's very forgiving for everybody.
Well, there you go. An easy way to get on in. The barrier's not too high, but make sure that you try your hand at it, quite literally, to get into some clay therapy. Louise, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Maybe you'll find it in clay, maybe you'll find it in dough. There is some therapy there as well. The kitchen is always more fun when everyone gets involved, and I think Food Jams get this. They have spent more than a decade turning cooking into a social experience, an experiment filled with laughter, with teamwork, delicious memories, most importantly. Well, today, Chef TK Mabongo and Food Jams founder, the original jammer, Jay Duval, are bringing that energy to the Expresso kitchen with a herbed pita bread with whipped feta and herb butter, and we're making it from scratch. TK, explain yourself. No, TK, welcome.
Thank you so much.
You sound like you have the coolest job title. Okay, please give us your job title and explain yourself. Okay.
I gotta say it in words because Chef TK is chief of vibes at Food Jams.
You see.
When she enters the kitchen, the entire kitchen lights up, heats up, and everybody gets excited to cook with her.
But you know how I knew this? When you walked into the kitchen, the coffee cups just appeared. Everyone knew it quickly. Just get it out there. Great. Well done. Because we need a vibe in the kitchen, and I think you get it. This is our love language here. We love connecting over food. And I think the best part for me is making things that seem intimidating a little less so that we can all cook along. Because that's where the fun and the magic happens.
Yes.
What are we making today, TK?
So today we are making pita breads with herb butter and with some whipped feta as a dip.
I love this.
It's supposed to be a board, So I've got these ones that I've already shaped up because it has to prove. There's a first proof, which is this dough that was already made thanks to the team. It proves. So there's a first proof and the second proof. So this one is for the second proof.
Second proof. And how long does it have to prove for when we make our dough?
As depending on how aggressive you are, I'm joking.
That's not aggressive in the kitchen. No. To be honest, Carissa is very aggressive in the kitchen. I'm kind of like the light one, okay?
Which is going to make the perfect pita bread. You've got the key ingredients for it.
Oh no, she's going to gatekeep the pita bread like she gatekept the samosas, then I won't get any. I'm going to stay and I'm going to make the bread.
So normally I could say 1 hour.
Okay.
If you are hot enough, it's 30 minutes. And then this one is 15 minutes proof.
Okay,
and
so
then
it's like a
you're
whole
ready
day
to go.
exercise. Great.
Yes, of course. So now we're going to take it away with this one because our pan is already hot.
Smoking just like you, chef.
Yes.
It has a vibe.
Definitely has a vibe. Ooh, and that's so
And
I'm
it's
excited.
nice that it's a grill pan that is
The
going to
first thing I
give
like
it some
about this,
color.
there is no oven involved.
No,
Look,
easy.
Making bread can do. Oh, it's so inspiring to see bread being made in such a short time. And I'm excited to see what griddle marks are going to come from this delicious pita bread. And that sound that's coming from the pan, oh, that's totally our kind of vibe at Food Jams. We play music when we're cooking together. We have a little breakout dance if we feel like it as well. That gives good energy in the kitchen. So it's totally...
It's a vibe.
It's totally...
She demands it. It's a vibe check. The head of vibe. We need that. But, I mean, cooking does offer the most... I do it with my kids, and it is the most collaborative. Normally, my kids would be the ones throwing things around, not me. I love the fact that you can get stuck in, and then you're invested in the outcome.
100%.
You get to celebrate and enjoy. Oh, look at that.
And the true inspiration for Food Jams is actually jazz music. It came from being a jazz musician on the bandstand.
Take it anywhere.
Taking it anywhere, connecting with no matter which language we speak, but we've got one common language, and that was music. And I brought my friends into the kitchen, my favorite place, and I said, well, instead of actually cooking for you, let's get together a few ingredients and jazz it up in the kitchen with a bunch of recipes.
And let's just vibe.
And we freestyle, we have fun. There's no mistake in our kitchen. We always say it's having fun in the kitchen. There are no
Often the
rules.
mistakes are the best part. You start
100%.
discovering things. But what I like
best
about
recipes.
it, and maybe
Ooh,
this
those
is
look
something that you, as the vibe head, you can speak to TK. But once you do get out of your own way in the kitchen, the fun starts. And why do you think people are so intimidated or scared to cook or to bake or to try things?
Good question.
Because people make it out that food is like difficult to make. And the fact that
look good.
Goodness, what am I saying?
And you've now just proven with literally a 20-second flatbread.
Yeah.
Bar the
and
proving. Yeah.
It's not hard to make food, and you don't have to make it look. It doesn't have to be expensive. Let me say that.
Exactly.
You can just make it expensive by how you're making it look on a plate.
You zhuzh it up, baby. We make
Yeah.
it bougie. You know, that's my mission in life, is to make things like a toasted zam, restaurant quality.
Oh, yeah.
I want my
Oh,
kids
yeah.
to just be proud of what they're
Oh,
eating and value good nutrition, you know?
One of the fantastic things that I've seen Chef TK whip up in the kitchen is she makes her own sauces from scratch, and she puts all these magic ingredients together. And when you ask her afterwards, she always shares the recipe. That's the great thing about
You see, no gatekeeper. You see, Carissa, no gatekeeping in the kitchen, please. We share our recipes.
When it comes to secret ingredients, Chef TK has one very important one that she takes with wherever she goes, and that is, Chef? So I've got a fantastic pita bread that's been loaded here.
I have a feeling this is going to be one of those that kind of trends and takes over the internet. Whipped feta is something that we kind of only think is reserved for restaurants or for that kind of... Imagine this, people actually making the bread themselves to share around the table when you're starting your social engagements. Different level.
Breaking bread together has got so much meaning, and that's one of the best parts about cooking together is then sharing it afterwards as well.
Oh, that looks spectacular.
Happiness.
I will be a bit fitter.
Oh, that looks beautiful.
It is always
Have you got a little
important to
spoon there?
taste
Okay.
I feel like
what you're making, right?
Exactly.
So,
And?
okay.
Hey?
Sure.
Let Chef speak for me.
Well, I know, actually. And the nice thing, I suppose, here is we haven't had to season a lot because feta's got a beautiful salty flavor profile.
Absolutely. And now we're together with the yogurt, a nice light texture. So I will definitely eat this for breakfast all day, any day. I know that it's in some parts of the world, a savory, like salty breakfast is the way to go. So this is definitely...
It's screaming for an egg somewhere there. I do love an egg with anything, but I love this. It ticks every box. It's beautifully... balanced, but it's so quick to create yourself at home. Bar the proving times for your dough, this is coming together in seconds. Look at that. It is spectacular.
Now, just to give it some character.
You see, now this is where the restaurant quality zhuzhing up starts to happen.
I like.
So while we put the finishing touches to this picture of perfection, yes, we will have a taste test of our very own bread that we made ourselves, or at least TK did. We're going to taste that in just a mo.
Yes. And then we finish it up with some pepper.
And you're happy with me going over to your beautiful butter?
Oh, yes.
I'll go right
Okay,
ahead.
we are going to eat it all in just a moment.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
It's true. It's your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And thank you for joining us on this beautiful start to a new week. We have to talk about a superstar, Gemma Fassi. She joins us right now following her nomination for Best R&B Soul Album at the 32nd Sama Awards. Before we go any further, that deserves an applause. Hey, my goodness, with her acclaimed EP Island 22 and a growing reputation as one of South Africa's standout contemporary R&B artists, she's here to talk to us about her journey and the inspiration behind her music and what this milestone, of course, means to her and her career. So, Gemma, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Oh my gosh, okay. So let's start off with a huge congratulations. Take me back to the moment that you found out the news. How did you receive it? Who did you call first? And how did you celebrate?
So I was actually on my way to Kimberley. We did like a tribute show to Sis Brenda in Kimberley. So I was on my way to the airport, and then my team from Platoon messaged me in the group, and they were like, Island 22 is nominated for a summer. I called them. I was like, wait, what do you mean?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? Like, Island 22. And then they were like, yeah. And I just jumped up and down in the car. It felt like Christmas all over again. I was just super happy.
Girl, I can imagine. And then did you celebrate, or were you like, let's get the work
Let's
out
just
the way?
get there first. Yeah, so I was on my way to Kimberley, got there, and then like in the queue, like the boarding gate, I was like, I want to tell someone next to me, but no one understood it. They were like, what's wrong with this girl?
What's going on?
But then when I got there, the Kimberley Northern Cape Youth Orchestra made sure that they celebrated it with me.
Oh, beautiful. Shout out to them, man. And thank you for putting on what I'm sure was an incredible performance out in Kimberley as well. But let's talk about the EP. Island 22, huge, deeply personal project, inspired by finding balance and healing as well, and manifestation, which we've spoken about before. It's so important. What message do you hope that when I listen to this EP, I will walk away with?
Well, when starting Island 22, I had my own like experiences with heartbreak and adult life that made me realize like, yo, the only way I'll get through this is if I actually put it in songs and words so that I can also get through it. So for me, Island 22 was really like a healing process for me, you know. So yeah, that's basically what it was about, just healing and like processing your feelings and being fine with talking about it and knowing that it's okay to also claim your spot and be like, this is where I want to be, this is who I want to be, and manifesting that life for yourself.
I got to ask you, do you have a favorite song from the EP?
My Place. Yeah.
Why is it that one?
I don't know, it's just, like everyone knows me as R&B, like real R&B, but then obviously with Island 22, I really tried to like tap into my own different world and make R&B and Afro like gel together. So with My Place, I just feel really like sexy, and I think I'm getting a bit older now, so it's like I'm fine with being that sexy, you know what I mean? So yeah.
Well, these are the visuals that we're also looking at. When you say grown and sexy, that's what we're talking about, Miss Gemma Fassi, okay? Come on, it's beautiful.
Thank you.
It goes without saying that you carry one of South Africa's most iconic surnames, but what I love about your career and seeing it blossom and grow, you've really established your own sound, your own vibe, your own path. So what did this sort of, or how did this sort of shape your path? The fact that you're carrying this name, but you kind of feel like, but I've got to do me.
If anything, the summer nomination has really like put a stamp that, yo, I've successfully carved my own path.
That's it.
And I think for me, like also having the name already in itself, I feel like people already, they were like, okay, what is she gonna do?
The expectation was there.
The expectation was really high. And then obviously with now the nomination, I feel like now people take me a bit more serious. It's like, okay, she doesn't have the name, she doesn't just look like Brenda.
Yeah.
She is Gemma Fassi, and she's here to stay.
Girl, because you carry my burro with you everywhere. I say, is that her? No, I love the fact, but you still, of course, you stand on the shoulder of giants, you know what I mean? The matriarchs get followed throughout as well. But I love the fact that you are just here saying, but I am me, and this is what I sound and am about as well.
Thank you.
And you've really blended together such beautiful sounds. Like you mentioned, you've got the R&B, you've got the African influences too, which I think is such a beautiful coming together. So what's next? Are we going to continue down that avenue?
Continue, just like elevating more EPs, more singles, different genres.
Thank goodness.
Like I've been trying compo, I've been trying like so many different genres, Afro pop, Afro tech. So I don't know, we'll just see. There's just new
There's
things
more
that I've
to
been trying.
come.
There's more to come, yeah.
And I hope more to come also means a global performance, because that's what we're aiming for. We've got the quality, we've got the talent. We just need to push a little bit harder as South Africans, as fans of Gemma Fussy. You need to give us a name as well. Do we have a name yet?
Gems?
The Gems.
The
we are the
Gems,
Gems.
yes.
The not so hidden gems, because we
Not
will
hidden.
shout it from the rooftops. We're performing 2 songs today.
Yes.
Okay, what are we listening to?
My Place and September.
Well, there you go. Beautiful stuff. Gemma Fussy joins us. Sama awarded. I'm saying it in advance.
Yes.
Sama nominated, of course, for R&B album, and we can't wait for her to take the stage.
Well, she is on the manifestation station, so let it roll. We are Gems for sure. Well, in that vein, we're going to speak to youth empowerment now on a different level. I think we know that youth unemployment remains one of our greatest challenges for this country. But with the right support, it can also become one of our greatest opportunities. And our own Ayanda G. Tabete attended ABSA's brilliant youth entrepreneurship event to discover how the ABSA Youth Entrepreneurship Fund is helping young people turn ambition into actual action. Let's take a look.
Mzansi's unemployment rate remains one of our greatest challenges, but where challenge exists, so does opportunity. So today, young people across South Africa are joining us at ABSA Towers in Johannesburg to not simply talk about the future, but to help shape it. Mom Jane, you look absolutely phenomenal. We're talking about ABSA and this amazing fund that they've started for the youth. Why is it important for funds like this to exist and for days like this to happen?
The ABSA Youth Entrepreneurship Fund is significant in many ways because it believes in young people, it invests in young people, and investing in young people is investing in our communities. And that is why their story, each one story is unique and it matters. So today is actually a game changer. We as government, we can only meet them halfway by removing the barriers, by removing the red tape that's entangling them and making sure that we make it easy for them to start, grow and actually sustain a business in South Africa. Young people, I'm telling you, they are ready. We need to meet them halfway.
I think this is such an important day. It's 50 years after 1976. And I think what a great way to celebrate the young people in our country, the young people across the continent who have really said that they want to form part of, driving change, being economically active. I think as ABSA, we are definitely in the right direction in terms of ensuring that we are driving young people who are entrepreneurially minded, but not only that, entrepreneurially active. There was an entrepreneur who was here today, Lerato, who spoke about the benefits that she got from being a beneficiary from one of our initiatives. So these are the young people that we are hoping to support and fund. Young people who are saying, we're tired of just sitting and doing nothing. So we're quite excited to have young people like Lerato who are willing to take action.
Now, I'm excited about today because I'm surrounded by people with amazing minds. You're obviously an entrepreneur yourself with Hunadi Air Conditioning and Refrigeration. What inspired you to get into that industry?
Well, what inspired me is that I needed to combat the issue of gender inequality in this trade sector because we know that women are so much limited into getting into this industry. So I wanted to say women can go up step ladder, women can do fix and aircon, women can get into the engineering sector. ABSA has helped me a lot financially, number one. Number two, it has helped me with mentorship, number two. And then that mentorship came in a sense of financial literacy. They give me an insight about my personality because entrepreneurship requires a different mindset. So they helped me a lot. And in marketing my business, I cannot forget that. They taught me how to put my business out there. And I'm very much grateful for the opportunity I got from ABSA.
We are a agro-processing company and we're from the Northwest Province. We make cooking sauces that are made from bell peppers, so it's a great alternative to tomato-based products. It's a versatile product. You can use it to cook with it, use it as a marinade. Comes in the mild, hot and extra hot. Then we've got a barbecue relish as well. So the whole point of our products is to simplify home cooking, where you don't have to mix all these ingredients, but you have a good quality sauce that helps you create.
what inspired me was that I've always liked to do skincare routines and, being that girl. But as time goes by, I realized that a majority of people are struggling with skin issues. They struggle to buy a lot of products just to have their face looking fabulous and also radiant. So after identifying that, we started the company. With ABSA having to partner with the young entrepreneurships, it will help that a lot in growing new businesses and having to make the ideas to come to reality.
What inspired me to start this brand is because of the observation I made in the South African market. I realized that most of the sanitary pads were not living up to the promises they make to the customers. So through this experience, I was actually able to come up with this brand to bring solutions to the problems that women were experiencing. We want to make this the best product in South Africa.
Today we are actually showcasing our collection for June 16, so we're excited to showcase it with you guys. Today we have a stall, so it represents 6 groups with 6 different prints and a celebration of June 16. So we hope the audience is captivated by our interpretation of the day and our interpretation of the silhouettes as well.
ABSA has really made dreams come true of the young South Africans who have always wanted to be part of this not even glamazon, gigantic industry, which is the clothing and textile industry. They have given young people hope. They've given young people the reason to live and the reason to pursue their passions and also their dreams. In case you are going to see the reinterpretation of the Youth Uprising 1976, where designers had to come up with their own concept, on their vision, their own understanding what it meant to them. We are growing a generation of designers that are going to be game changers in South Africa, in Africa, and globally, making sure that actually we advocate for the clothing and textile industry.
Through the ABSA Youth Entrepreneurship Fund and CSI Trust Innovation Fund, amazing opportunities are being created for them to add chapters to their stories. And by the looks of it, it's going to be an epic story.
With figures like that, even our own Ayanda included in that conversation, an inspiring reminder that behind every successful business is a story of resilience, courage, opportunity, and a young person who was willing to kick down those doors, push through that glass ceiling, and go and do it for themselves. I think we are finally ready for a tasting.
I'll admit, I gatekept the samosas. I apologize publicly.
Are there any samosas left?
I don't think so. I think we ate them all at the back. But you came bearing gifts.
The flatbread.
Oh
TK made it with, and she did it so quickly. We literally made the bread from scratch with the dough on the pan, no baking required. Done. She finished it off with this herbed butter just to give it that gloss and that glow. Okay, we've got all sorts of pickles going on here, which I absolutely love.
I love a pickle.
This is going to break the internet. Whipped feta. With a little bit of, and you were telling me about the olive.
No, the chili oil.
oil.
They need to sell this ASAP. It's delicious.
I don't know if they've taken beauty photos yet, so we're going to work from the back, okay?
This looks beautiful, Gray. Well
really
done to
does.
the team.
I'm going to try and get...
Work from the back, work from the back. Do you like a pickle?
I love a pickle. I've been working through like a bottle of kimchi.
Oh, yummy.
Now, we just hear about the benefits of it so much. You're going with one tiny little thread, so you're moderate on your pickles. I'm going to go for a little bit more.
I knew it was going to be good.
That's terrible.
The worst. Oh, my
Absolutely
gosh.
awful. It is so good.
This whipped feta
You see what I'm saying?
combination.
It's going to break the internet. It is. It's got the mouthfeel. It's got the saltiness of the feta. But as that chili oil lands, but it's made on your own bread. Come on.
And once you make your own bread, no one can stop you. We are now Chef Gray, Chef Carissa.
Exactly.
Thank you very much.
No, that's how it works at Food Jams. Everyone who steps through the door, you're a chef.
Period.
You got TK running the vibes, okay? It's amazing. You will never have as much fun. Plug in with your friends, take the edge off, create something amazing, and then you get to eat it afterwards.
That's right. Apparently, we're making pasta as well. So we've now done samosas, flatbread, and pasta. Carb it on, baby. We'll see you after this. Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. 2 hours has lapsed, one more to go. Let's get that final one started with your national news headlines as we approach 8 o'clock. Where Acting Police Minister Feroz Kachalia says South Africa's law enforcement agencies combat crime without regard to nationality, stressing that everyone is equal before the law. Now, speaking during an interministerial committee briefing on immigration, he said foreign nationals must be in the country legally. Kachalia also defended the 600 million rand spent on security operations during the 30th of June protests against undocumented migrants, saying the deployment was necessary to prevent violence similar to the July 2021 unrest. In other local news, the Gauteng Health Department has urged residents to protect public property following the alleged theft and vandalism of infrastructure at Chris Hani Baragwanath Hospital out in Soweto. Now, a suspect was arrested by hospital security after allegedly stealing taps from the facility, and a criminal case has been opened at Diepkloof Police Station. Now, the department says it is working with police on the investigation, warning that theft and vandalism disrupt healthcare services and also negatively affect patient care. Let's take a look at your international news-making headlines now, with Mali and Algeria, who have restored diplomatic relations, reopening their airspace and reinstating ambassadors after more than a year of tensions. Now, the dispute began in April 2025 after Algeria shot down a Malian military drone near their shared border, accusing Mali of violating its airspace. Relations had also deteriorated over Mali's conflict with northern separatist groups. Now, the announcement comes as Mali's military says it has broken a rebel blockade around the strategic Anafis military camp in the country's north. Meanwhile, fighters in Spain have made significant progress in containing the wildfire that devastated Almeria province, following around 1,500 evacuated residents to begin returning home. Now, the blaze, which started on the 9th of July near the Sierra de los Filabres, killed at least 12 people and scorched about 66 square kilometers. Regional officials say the fire has been stabilized, while emergency crews continue tackling remaining hotspots. Now, Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez is expected to visit the affected area as Western Europe endures another intense heat wave. And let's close off here with a breakthrough in the medical world with 2 newly approved diagnostic tests that could transform endometriosis care by reducing diagnosis times from an average of 9 years to just days. The non-invasive saliva and abdominal sensor tests, now funded by the UK's NHS, allow earlier detection and also treatment without surgery. Doctors say the innovation could dramatically improve quality of life for millions of women living with chronic pain. Now, or these patients who receive early diagnosis describe the tests as life-changing, saying they finally felt heard but also believed. Researchers hope the breakthrough will lead to faster treatment and also better long-term health outcomes. A great way to close up your 8 o'clock news. Let's get into the last sporting highlights with Graham.
He's done it again. Let's start on the grass courts of Wimbledon as Jannik Sinner is once again a now 2-time Wimbledon champion. That was after defeating a very stern prospect in Alexander Zverev, who found another gear in yesterday's final. The Italian world number 1 fought back from a set down, in fact, to secure back-to-back Wimbledon trophies and his 5th Grand Slam title overall. And I think these two are going to push each other to new heights in the years to come. And of course, on Saturday, Linda Noskova won her maiden Grand Slam title. That was after defeating her Czech compatriot Karolina Muchova, in the women's singles final. For a moment of history there as well. Now we can get back out onto the road for the tour, and affected by the weather, Mathieu van der Poel, he claimed victory on a shortened stage 9 of the Tour de France yesterday, outsprinting Tobias Johannesson and Ton Pidcock. So the stage was cut by around 30 kilometers because of those extreme temperatures across Europe at the moment. Defending champion Tadej Pogačar, he remains the overall winner. He retains that yellow jersey heading into today's first rest day of the tour. So we'll pick up the action again tomorrow. Now, who's in and who's out? Let's jump back into the World Cup as Argentina kept their FIFA World Cup title defence very much alive with a 3-1 quarter-final victory over Switzerland to book their place in the last four. So they will, as a result, meet England in the semi-finals. That was after Jude Bellingham scored twice in a 2-1 win over Norway. Then the other semi-final will, of course, see France taking on Spain tomorrow evening. The big guns are through. Now, sadly, we round off with a heartbreaking story this morning. Mamelodi Sundowns and Bafana Bafana midfielder Jaden Adams has passed away at the age of just 25. Now, tributes have poured in from across the footballing world and beyond, with clubs, teammates and supporters praising a player whose talent and humility left a lasting mark on the game. Adams represented both his club and his country with absolute distinction, and he'll be remembered as one of South African football's brightest young talents. And we certainly send all of our love and our support and condolences to his family and ask the public please to give them some space to grieve over what must be an unbelievably difficult time. And that's where we leave our sport for now.
Well, thank you so much, Graham. Let's get the final report on your roads. Starting out in Somerset West in Cape Town, an accident has been reported on the end to inbound at Salari Pass Road. Now, a lane is currently in the lane closure is currently in place. However, traffic is still flowing well with no delays, and motorists are urged to approach with caution. That is where we leave your roads. Let's check in for the final time with your weather. Well, out in Polokwane, is where we get started. You'll start your week off under some sunny skies. Temperatures will rise from a low of 4 degrees and increase to a warmer high of 22. Now, heading into the weekend, do expect bright sunny skies to dominate with fairly warm daytime highs, peaking at 25 degrees for the rest of the week. Klerksdorp, in your side, sunny conditions will take over for your day today. Temperatures start at a cold 6 degrees and reach a warm high of 22. As for the coming days, it does bring daytime highs peaking at 23 degrees quite consistently from Tuesday through to Saturday. And then in Pretoria, your day will be brightened by some sunny skies. Temperatures range between a low of 7 and a high of 21 degrees. Looking ahead, you can expect some sunny skies to take over your week with tomorrow's daytime high ranging between 8 and 22. And then out in Johannesburg, mostly sunny skies will dominate your forecast for today. A bit of a cold start though, 6 degrees is your minimum, and that rises to a high of 17. Now, as we move into the week, temperature highs will settle between 19 and 21 degrees, and that's clear of any rain. Mbombela, you're up next with partly cloudy skies that will define your day with rain chance at 50%. Now, 9 degrees is how you begin your day with a daytime high peaking at 20 degrees. Looking further ahead, tomorrow brings mostly sunny skies with a few passing clouds, a pattern that continues throughout for the rest of the week. And then in the beautiful Bloemfontein, today brings partly cloudy skies from start to finish. Temperatures sit between a very cold 2 and it increases to a high of 19. Now, you are in for sun-filled days ahead with pleasantly warm temperature highs. Those will peak at 21 degrees by midweek. Out in Richards Bay, your skies will remain partly cloudy with rain chanced at 35%. Your degrees, well, they'll range between 11 and 21. Cloudy skies do turn sunny from tomorrow until Friday, with rain likely at 40% going into the weekend. And then out in Durban, showers are likely throughout your day, and those are chanced at 25% today. Temperatures will rise from a low of 11 and increase to a high of 21. As for tomorrow, it does bring you sunny skies with temperatures ranging between 11 and a high of 23. Mthatha, on your side, morning fog will give way to cloudy skies by this afternoon. Temperatures range between a cold 6 and a high of 19 degrees. Now, the next 3 days bring plenty of sunshine with daytime highs alternating between 22 and 23, peaking at 24 on Sunday. In Uba, on your side, a cloudy start to the day will turn sunny by the afternoon. As for your temperatures, they'll move between a freezing 2 degrees and a set high of 19. Now, grey skies will define the coming days with cool to pleasant temperature highs, not exceeding 22 degrees though. Next up, Kugompo City. You'll look up to partly cloudy skies today with rain chanced for the day. Temperatures ranging between a cool 9 and a warmer 21. Now, sunny skies will dominate the coming days with cloudy and wet conditions expected to roll in by Friday. The chances of rain are sitting at 35%. Out in Gqeberha, showers remain the forecast for today under partly cloudy skies. Temperatures will start from a chilly 8 and then rise to a set high of 20. As we move into the week, cloudy conditions do remain, with tomorrow bringing mostly sunny skies. There will be some passing clouds, though, here and there. And then out in the gorgeous George on this Monday, it will unfold under mostly sunny skies. Temperatures will shift between a chilly 9 and a high of 19 degrees. Now, your outlook does remain partly cloudy and humid with cool to pleasant temperatures that will peak at 19 degrees on Tuesday and then again on Thursday. Out in the mother city in Cape Town, expect partly cloudy skies to take over your day today. Temperatures will sit between a brisk 9 and a high of 16 degrees. Now, heading into the week, your days will be defined by cloudy but also humid conditions, while temperature highs will range in the mid-teens. Sutherland, you're up next with cloudy skies that will start your morning before sunshine breaks through by the afternoon. Temperatures will start at a biting 2 and rise to a high of 17. As for tomorrow's temperatures, it remains unchanged from today with mostly sunny skies and a few passing clouds that are expected. All right, Kimberly, let's see what we've got for you. You'll spend your Monday under mostly sunny skies. Temperatures will start at a bitterly cold 2 degrees, but that increases to 22 as the day develops. Now, sun-filled skies take over your week with temperatures remaining pleasantly warm throughout, peaking at 24 degrees by the time Friday comes around. And then finally, Uppington today brings you partly cloudy skies. Your temperatures will rise from 2, but then into a set high of 24. Now, tomorrow does bring you sunny skies with temperatures moving from a cold 2 degrees in the morning to a warm daytime high of 24. That wraps up your temperatures for the week. I hope that you've taken some notes to prepare yourself. For now, though, to make sure that the final hour gets started with many smiles on our faces, let's check in with your sunrise view at 6-7 before we get into 8 o'clock. So we started our morning out in Durban, where Ranveer Ramdial captured this beautiful image of Durban's coastline, just with that port out shining that green light that Gatsby would be proud of. A beautiful way to start the day, heading into Kugompo City up next, where Leroy Snyman snapped this morning scene. I mean, it is so avant-garde. I am here for it. Are we looking at a painting? Are we looking at the sky? I don't know. Either way, you're an artist. And then finally, a sunrise view for this hour from Cornwyn Muller out in Saldanha Bay. A different look at your morning view. And listen, Saldanha Bay is not something we've seen in a minute, representing the Western Cape so strongly. Thank you so much, Cornwyn, for getting in touch with this absolutely gorgeous morning view. As we know, every single sunrise tells a different story, so thank you for sharing yours. And we still have the rest of the week to get into. So here's the number. I'm going to give it to you once again, 063 036 9649. Now that's our WhatsApp line directly in studio. And we want to see how you wake up every single morning. Not a selfie photo, a photo of the outside. Don't worry, no judgment here. And we would absolutely love to get into that from Tuesday onwards, so send it through.
One must be brave to do a 6 o'clock in the morning selfie, okay, but it's a safe place. We'll take it. Speaking of safe places, we can't have Tyrone and Devon, two opposing football fans, getting on all harmoniously. So, of course, Jacobs, being spicy like they are going to introduce some new football debating topics. We've tackled VAR. What left can we debate about? We will find it, and we'll have a little bit of fun. It's going to reveal maybe what kind of fan you are. And then Gemma is here to perform. She is carving her own dramatic space in this industry. Nominated for the big awards. You have to see her perform live to believe it. She is amazing, and that energy is just for you this morning. So don't go anywhere. We'll see you now.
Think it's just another day? Well, not anymore, because I could be pulling up to your door next. Spin and win up to 20,000 Rand. Plus an extra 2,000 Rand if you have a World Sports betting account, and another 2,000 Rand if you can hit a small dance challenge with me. To enter, all you have to do is head over to the competition post of Expresso's Facebook, X, and Instagram pages, and all you have to do is follow the prompts. And not signed up yet? Well, head to wsb.co.za, use the promo code TheBeat50 to get a free 50 Rand sports bet. World Sports Betting, bet to the beat. I'll see you soon.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Coffee in your hand. What am I saying? You're probably about 9 cups down already. Getting into the early morning hours to watch your favorite soccer team. It's gotten real over the last couple of weeks. But we've got to be there as they go head to head. It's no easy task to be a super fan. But when you have a strong cup of coffee in your hand, there is no football task or debate that you can't win. Okay? And you can't take it on with confidence. In fact, I'm going to take a confidence boosting sip right now because I think I might need it with the gents that are sitting on the couch. Can you see my confidence rating just going through the roof right now? So we have got 2 gents that were getting on far too well, okay? Tyron and Devon are back. Thank you for giving us your expert opinion earlier. It's going to get real now. So I'm going to recommend that you guys lean into your coffee this morning.
To.
Okay? You're allowed to.
Thank you.
You're allowed
really
to, boys. The eager beaver, okay? It's all right. So I'm going to present some interesting topics of discussion, okay? And as super fans, we are going to debate these topics. And we're going to arrive at the truth of the matter, okay? It's going to be tough, man. I know you don't want to ask an Arsenal fan to debate anything, okay? But this is your year. Enjoy it. It's your year. Enjoy it. Okay. So this is how it works, and you guys can play along at home. Jacobs may be the coffee experts to fuel us for the game, but the soccer experts are going to be given 6 topics to debate, and we will see who we agree with for each statement. All right, are you up for this?
Yes.
You look like you were born for this.
Yeah, definitely. I love a debate.
Yeah, you must have been tough to teach, eh?
So
I think you were a challenge to teach, man. Okay, so you guys see if you can broach this yourself as well. Would you say coffee should be drunk before a soccer game? Bear in mind, we're not playing the soccer, we're watching. To give you that much needed energy as a fan, or should coffee be consumed during the game to keep you there?
Ooh, I'm gonna have to go before the game.
I'm gonna go during the game. What games do you watch?
I think before the game, waking you up nicely, you know that you're ready for it.
Have you been watching the World Cup?
Yeah,
if I should even say, that's like 3 o'clock in the morning. Like, I mean, during the game, have you seen how stressful it is?
I mean, it is stressful, but I'm trying to think now.
Come on, during the game, come on.
Hey, listen, my confidence shifted so much. I actually fell asleep during 2 matches under the belief that we were going to win. And this happened against South Korea, which I'll bank. So thankfully, we can take it all. I had 5 cups of coffee lined up for the Argentina game.
Thank you.
And
Thank you,
Conor
Graham.
McGregor, but he just kind of ruined it for everybody.
Unfortunately,
Okay?
Graham. Thank you.
That's a tough one. Okay, we're going to say you can have as many cups of coffee as you want. Okay. Now, we know it's all about the gees, but can you create your own gees and prefer watching alone? Maybe your friends don't even want to watch with you anymore. Or do you prefer watching with friends? As an Arsenal supporter, do you ever have anyone to watch with?
Yes, I do.
Sorry, that was rough. That was
no,
just
I
me.
do.
No, I'm sorry.
But
That's
there's
my
only one
Spurs angst.
specific person, my best friend, Fabian. I watch it with him, but...
Is he the only one who will accept your act?
Yes, he's the only one that can accept me. For me, if I'm in a crowd, you don't want to watch football with
I can see you.
You really don't want to, so...
I can understand. I'm going to write that. It comes on a proviso, like in his friendship circle. Do you watch alone? What is the value of social versus...
Unfortunately, because I'm a Barcelona fan, I usually have to watch the games alone because there's not that many Barcelona fans out here. But I feel like you enjoy the game more when you are around friends, but there's also something that's cool about watching it yourself. You kind of just zone focused on your team. It's kind of like you're having a personal bonding moment
Because
with
it's
your
our
team.
responsibility. And I've realized if I get up to leave to go to the bathroom or fetch a drink for someone else, that's generally when we'll score. So it's gone to the point my mates will actually ask me to go and refill
Does it
drinks
happen to
now.
you as well?
Exactly. So I'm that guy, but I have realized, judging by my family's reaction, that it's not so much my choice to watch football alone, but everyone that's around me kind of makes a choice to let me watch it on my own. Okay, this is a tough one, guys. Okay, and we made you change your outfits just so you could feel this one in your heart. Are you one of those that wear soccer jerseys to work or strongly disagree with doing so? Sure.
I wear it
It's a tough
whenever
one.
I can. Like, if I get an opportunity to, I just wear it.
They wear layers, in fact. So they have 3 on, and then when they come in and we tell them to take one off, they take one off, and there's one underneath that already.
What about you?
My work is football, so I have to wear a football jersey. So
Don't make excuses now like it's a real thing in the real world that you've got to wear a football jersey for work.
No, I think usually if you go out, unless your football team or your sports team is playing, I just felt it always cringe when I see
It's a little too much.
It's too much, I mean, personally.
Bearing in mind I was wearing a Spurs jersey. That was
That's
the
what I was
last time you saw someone in a jersey, and that might have something to do with it.
Right, probably.
I've taken to wearing the English stuff that my wife, because I feel like she's not supporting her own country during this World Cup. So now I've started supporting them, man. It's tough out there. It's tough. Okay. We hear those sounds coming from miles away at the stadium. Vuvuzelas. Are they iconic or are they annoying, America?
Extremely iconic. Like, it's when I hear it, it just makes me think of the 2010 World Cup. Yeah.
I love it. The fact that they are still like the Europeans are still talking about it now.
They're still banning them, and they're not even in their country, and they ban
I
them.
love my vuvuzela.
Exactly, man. Do you know what? I love you guys. I love the fact that you put your very strong biases aside to have a very grown-up debate about very real things, okay? We love football. We love our coffee. It's perfectly fine to have as many cups as you want because we're watching football at 3 o'clock in the morning, okay? But that's what we got to do. I love you guys. Thank you so much. We'll be hearing from them, no doubt, as we move into the semi-final phases of this World Cup. We love being a football fan. That's a wrap on being fueled with some fandom fun for the morning. So you can catch some more soccer action right here tomorrow as we explore how we are getting energized for that early morning or late night soccer matches with Jacobs. And maybe we've got your game plan right here.
Well, listen, it's about time that we get into the music of Jemma Fasi. Of course, we've got to listen to what Sama heard and said. We're nominating you for Best R&B Album. I can't wait to get into my place. Like you said, a beautiful fusion of different genres. But I'm going to let you do the talking and the singing. Take it away.
Good morning, my beautiful gems. This is my song, My Place, off the EP Island 22. And this song is basically all about affirmation and affirming your partner that you're not going to leave, that you're going to keep this place and that this is yours and you're never going to leave. And you love them so much. So wherever you are driving in the car, just hold on to your partner tight because this song is about to make you put you all in the feels.
Your touch, we don't need no discussion. I want you be my protector. There's something about your touch, we don't need no discussion. I don't know what you do, there's something that you do that makes me wanna run. Am I in love with you? 'Cause I don't want nobody to ever come take my lane. Oh.
Thank you.
That was so good, and now we get it. We get it. We can vote, right? With the summer. Oh, there's a panel that votes. Okay, well, it's out of our hands, but our prayers will go up. One performance done, one more to go. Gemma Fussy in the building. Don't go anywhere. Woo!
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to the kitchen. From breakfast favorites to delicious bakes, we know that eggs are a staple in so many of our meals. But have you ever wondered what makes a Woolworths free-range egg so special? Well, I had the great privilege of heading to one of Woolworths' trusted free-range egg suppliers. They do it on another scale to discover the care, the quality, the commitment behind literally every egg and hen. Let's take a look. Imagine, if you will, lush green fields, azure blue skies above, crisp, fresh morning air, and thousands of free-roaming hens all happily clucking in animated conversation. Well, as you can see, we don't have to imagine it today. We are living it. We are at the incredible Melsetter Foods, South Africa's first major commercial egg supplier producing only free-range eggs. And it's an incredible feat made possible through their partnership with Woolworths. So let's find out why free-range is better and why these are the only eggs to buy. I don't know, I was going to crack a joke like you need a scientific degree or a doctorate or something to work here, but I'm beginning to understand it's the passion that connects you guys and clearly drives you forward. So maybe take us into that journey. Where did it all begin for this incredible family here? And why has this journey been so remarkable, do you think?
So early in the 1940s, Douglas Moody started the business. And the way he did it is during those times, there was a big insect plague in the apple orchards. So someone had a bright idea to let's put some chickens into these orchards and to control the pests. So from those small and somewhat unplanned beginnings, Aikenhoff Poultry has expanded into the undertaking that it is today.
And what an operation they have set up and the partnerships that have been formed. Since 1995, you guys have been supplying Woolies with the highest quality free-range eggs. Talk us through that relationship. How important has that partnership been?
So during that time, the supplier to Woolworths decided he's not going to invest into free-range systems. And our CEO at that time, Cedric Dallas, decided he's going to invest in this venture. So way back then, we had about 25,000 hens in 5 barns on our Aikenhoff farm. And today we are over 200,000 hens in lay, producing free-range eggs to Woolworths.
And the level of quality is astounding. What sets you guys apart? What's the point of differentiation?
So we receive our chicks from day old, and we only partner with breeding companies that have the same values as us. So the male chicks are sent to growers and not macerated, which is common practice in our industry. From there, they are reared according to our strict standards, and roughly at about 5 months of age, the pullets are transferred to one of our 3 production farms. And this is where they stay for the rest of their life, producing free-range eggs for us.
Well, the bigger picture is awe-inspiring, and you can see just how relaxed these hens are that even my voice is giving them a little bit of a surprise. If you wanted a snapshot into the well-being of these hens, just take a look at what they are doing in the sand. Yes, there might be some evolutionary button pushing going on here, but it sounds like this is how they have fun. They're just expressing joy. They play in the sand, they rubbage, they put it all over themselves. You can see by their nature that these are happy little hens. Oh, I love this, man. I'm going to struggle to say goodbye. Matthijs, firstly, thank you for donning the blue overalls and meeting us in this beautiful free-roaming space with so many hens. How do you guys grade and make sure that when you're getting free range, that it stands up to every test?
The thing to remember is that we have detailed farming specifications as Woolworths with very specific requirements. Those standards are audited against by independent third-party auditing bodies to make sure that our suppliers adhere to all our standards and to ensure that our animals are kept in a safe and wholesome environment like we are seeing today.
Now here it doesn't feel like there is the need for oversight to keep control. It's a passionately inspired place. Why is this such a beautiful relationship with Melsetter Foods?
We cannot partner with a supplier that we do not trust and that does not share our values. And I think if you look around at this space, it reflects exactly that. So I think the partnership with Malseto was quite obvious just because there's really a deeply shared value system and because free-range farming for them as to us is not just a label on a product. It's the only way to farm chicken.
I love your supporting cast today. They are kind of stealing the scene. This goes beyond just one touch point. This is in your DNA. So what are those principles of free-range farming? What do you lean into?
I think we should maybe break it down into two parts, what we do and what we don't do. So the what we do part is we give them ample space, they can express their normal behavior, we give them a stress-free environment, and we also give them a nutritious vegetarian diet. In that diet, we do not give routine antibiotics, growth stimulants, or animal byproducts. So at Malseto Foods, we give our hens ample space and we have a strict health program to ensure our hens are always happy and healthy. And this is critical for the integrity of our product that we do produce, because a healthy hen will give a high quality egg.
Now, it's easy to overlook, but that single egg on your plate represents a crazy combination of technology, of farming, and an unbelievable level of care and commitment. Literally from farm through this crazy process to your plate, Woolworths controls the environmental conditions so that they can guarantee the eggs stay fresher for longer. Now that we've created this beautiful product, a huge amount gets invested into ensuring the shelf life and the quality moving forward. How do you get that right?
It starts on the farm, so anything that happens on the farm will affect what we see at the end of our production line. And it is maintained across the board. So when you get to the pack station, there are multiple quality checkpoints that they use to get our product to the level of quality that we see in the shelves.
Denise, thank you for letting us invade your space. It is so clinical and fast-paced in here. What quality control processes have you guys put in place?
It starts when the eggs are loaded onto the grader machine. Our trained staff will start inspecting the eggs. Any eggs with defects, dirty eggs, leaking eggs, cracks, or any other irregular shaped eggs will be removed. Then we've got a candling step where a bright light is shone from below the eggs, which assists in seeing the internal defects. For example, any micro cracks or large blood and meat spots can then be detected there. Each egg is printed with the Woolworths logo, with a traceability code, and it's best before date. And then at the end of the packing line, you'll see the ladies doing a final quality check before they close the packs. And then eggs are ready and off to go to Woolworths. We collect the eggs daily in temperature-controlled vehicles. All of these checks that we have in place guarantees that the eggs arrive as fresh as possible to the Woolworths store.
How do we honor the amount of work you put into getting this beautiful, fresh quality to us when we treat them? How do we keep them fresher for longer?
So the best way to keep your eggs as fresh as possible for as long as possible is to store them in the refrigerator. It's also recommended to keep them in the original carton to prevent them absorbing odors from your fridge, and it also gives an extra layer of protection.
Why has Woolies gone all in with free-range eggs?
I think Woolworths has built a brand on not doing things because it's the easy thing to do, but because it's absolutely the right thing to do. And animal welfare just makes so much sense. Not only do we just sell free-range eggs, even the products that use egg as ingredient comes only from free-range farms. And I think the contrast is so dramatic. We have a core belief that the animals in our supply chain should have a life worth living. And I think that is also illustrated in what we see here today.
Woolworths cares, ensuring that each and every chicken is happier and healthier, and then we get to enjoy the best quality eggs. So it's clear, choose local, choose free range, and choose Woolies exceptional quality. Man, And now I understand why producing these exceptional quality eggs starts so much longer before they reach our stores. It starts with those gorgeous hens who are so social.
Oh my gosh.
I love that experience. So to the Malseta family, to the Woolies family, you opened that window. Thank you so much. I love the fact that we get to then lean into that. Far beyond them reaching the stores, Woolworths is laying down the framework, the groundwork to make sure we get the very best in quality.
It's true. It makes me want a chicken immediately. So please make sure that you grab it at Woolworths, who's committed to bringing your eggs so that you can trust. Shop Woolworths free-range eggs in-store, online, or even on the Woolies app. Well, still to come, we are in the kitchen anyway.
Yes.
We've made 2 recipes, samosas, as well as a delicious flatbread. How about some pasta?
Do you know what this pasta is called?
Tortilla.
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 We will get a master class. The vibe is we are taking big meals and making them nice and accessible. This looks absolutely delicious. It smells amazing.
Oh my gosh.
We will make it after this.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, you beauties. We've still got a few moments to savor with you, so we're going to have some fun. And this is what we put to you guys this morning. If you had one uninterrupted day all to yourself, how amazing does that sound? How would you spend it? We wanted to just hear how you would recharge, how you would slow down. And we asked you guys to plug in, and hopefully this has inspired you to do exactly that this morning. Joseph says the day would be dedicated to organizing tasks and optimizing productivity. I like that. Sometimes just getting control of your stuff feels like you have control. Nadia Charles said, good morning. I would sit in my garden, have coffee, listen to birds chirping. Thereafter, I would listen to a podcast of my choice. Lunch at Kwai Musenberg, nice, quite specific, overlooking the Indian Ocean, taking deep breaths. That felt like an inspirational and practical kind of go-to guide as well. I absolutely love that. Thank you. Sue Ellen Davids Lutzi saying, good morning, Expresso morning show family. Right back at you. I would definitely spend the day in a beautiful park with a good book and some snacks and just get lost lost in my book for hours. You all have a blessed day further. I hope you can just take the afternoon off and do that. Absolutely love that. Nonteba saying, good morning, Expresso morning show. I prefer to be in bed all day, just me and my thoughts. Maybe you're still in bed and just stay there, girl. Just to do that. I love that. Thank you so much. What are you dreaming about doing? If you could just have that one day to go and just do nothing, just do what you want to do, would you maybe spend it in the kitchen whipping up delicious things like this?
I mean, why not? Especially when you're having so much fun like we are this morning. Jade is still with us, and joining us is Martin. He's the man. We're going to make something delicious. A pasta, but the pasta's called?
Trofia.
Trofia. I knew I got it wrong. Trofia. With a basil pesto mix into it, which is right up my alley. Thank you for joining us this morning. Of
Thank
course,
you for
from
having
Food
me.
Jams. What are we doing? We're making pasta from scratch.
Yeah, so we've got Trofia right over here. It is a very simple pasta from Italy, more specifically from the Liguria region. It consists of 3 ingredients. I mean, anyone can make it at home. Flour, water, salt.
Simple.
You can substitute the water for sparkling water, but it's a very simple,
Wait,
straightforward
what difference
pasta.
does that make?
Oh, you're just looking at lightness, fluffiness, and crispness. So if you're frying it in a pan frying it and then tossing it into your pesto, you get a bit more crispness. Whereas what we're doing today is just a very simple, traditional way of preparing it.
We're boiling the pasta, essentially.
Correct. And then tossing it directly into the pesto.
Oh my gosh, we're so excited. Okay, so tell us a little bit more about who taught you this recipe.
So
there's a story, hey, Jade, behind this.
I love that, especially for a chef as creative as you, Chef Martin, picking up.
So a good few years ago, I was working for a restaurant in Greenpoint, and the owner at the time wanted something. Wanted something from home, something that speaks to the tongue and the culture of Italy. And instead of going with the traditionals, I mean, we all know fettuccine, we know tagliatelle, everything that's mainstream. He decided, let me call someone back home, someone who knows how to make trofia from scratch, someone who would be best able to teach me. And that's how I got to know Nonna.
Nonna.
I want to hold one of these close to my hand.
Yeah, look at that skill. Come on, it's like a seashell.
Totally like a seashell.
So it originates from wood shavings, funny enough.
Wow,
and its name,
I get it.
Yeah, and its name means to rub, coming from the Greek to rub.
Okay, so Nonna taught you exactly how to do exactly what you're doing.
Yeah, I mean, after quite a bit of profuse swearing, yes.
I can imagine. As a Nonna, I would to get you right in shape.
It was
so tell us about this. What are you doing?
So what I'm doing is you're basically rubbing the pasta straight ahead, and then as you come back, you're basically going to the outside of your palm and creating this signature twist of the pasta. Now, I mean, for those not in the studio, it looks very similar to a periwinkle. And it is a coastal pasta, and I mean, it's one of those things that is quite versatile. You can have it as we do, the traditional way with pesto, but you can also have it with a pomodoro, which is just a tomato sauce and parmesan, or you can also have it with a bolognese. So it is quite versatile. And I mean, this is something you can put together.
I was going to give it a try, but I don't know, my mind's telling me that Jade should try first. You go first. You go first.
Watch me fail at this one. Okay, so I've got full hands.
Yeah. And then you're coming down at the edge of your palm, and you're slowly pulling it out to create
that looks.
You know what? That's a good first attempt.
I love it. Oh, but then it's so soothing, and I can imagine just a table full of friends coming together.
Exactly.
Or nonnas all around the table.
I mean, it's a very interactive thing. It's one of those pastas where you can make it with friends, you can have a great time, you can have a cup of coffee, a glass of wine, and just catch up. It's one of those things where you don't need to rush. So this is where slowing down really comes in handy.
The best.
I love it. Working with your hands is one of the best ways to stay grounded. So you've made a good amount.
Yes.
You put some flour so they don't stick together.
Correct. So generally it is a drier dough, but as time progresses, you do have some moisture leakage, and this is just to prevent it from sticking to each other. And this, I mean, generally this pasta boils for
Don't forget our beautiful Tony.
So generally this pasta boils for about 45 seconds to a minute.
Oh, wow.
So it's really not a long cooked pasta.
What? That's even faster than 2-minute noodles.
Really?
Like this is
I'm
the
going to
new
move over here and I'm going to start my pesto.
Yes,
so whilst my
please.
pasta is going, I'm going to start
And that's
preparing
in
my
rolling,
pesto.
boiling water already?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
It is at a rolling boil. So I'm just going to take about a good handful. Look, in all fairness, back home, we don't measure, we just hoy.
Yeah,
You
agreed.
cook as the ancestors tell you.
Amen.
So You just put together your salt, your grated parmesan, a bit of garlic if you want. If not, it's all good.
No, garlic is necessary. Don't lie to them, Martin.
For this year, for Decorex 2026, I also did a nutless and cheeseless, so basically a vegan-friendly version, and that was so well received.
Yeah.
I mean, you can play around with it. What I did in place of nuts, I substituted the nuts for sunflower seeds, roasted sunflower seeds, and it gives us unique nutty roasted flavor, a bit of smokiness as well. So this really is something that goes quite far.
Yeah.
So now I'm just
My ancestors told me you put too little cheese in there.
I'm happy to
I
add
didn't
more.
say it, they said
The
it.
more
They
cheese,
said it.
the better.
Not me.
So I'm just going to pop a bit more cheese, and the last thing that I forgot is a squeeze of lemon.
Lovely.
Now, I'm not sure about you guys, but I do like mine a bit more on the zesty side. I do like the bit of tang.
We have love for zest of life.
Exactly, 100%.
And now we pulse away, and this is just a rough pulse to bring the ingredients together. Well, after that, we're going to start drizzling in our olive oil. So everything's starting to come together, and we're just going to add a bit of olive oil at a time, just to make our pesto.
I have pasta that is greeting us here at the top. It's saying hello, come and
So that's
find
when you know
me.
it's ready?
Yes.
Ooh, it is ready to rock and roll.
Correct. You do not need to be a chef to know when it's ready. This pasta will tell you itself. It will start floating, and that's how you know it's done.
And one of the secrets you shared with me earlier, Chef Martin, is we're going to keep a little bit of the pasta water behind to create a delicious sauce as well. It's one of the secret ingredients to making it saucy, and it's going to have a fantastic coating, ready to welcome the pasta as a lovely little hug.
I love this. My tummy's ready for a hug. So we've heard from Chef Sia, TK, and Martin. What's your story? What are you doing when we come to Food Jam? Besides being the joy that we all love.
But the biggest fun for me in the kitchen at the moment is to see everybody come into the kitchen. In the beginning, a little bit, like, not sure what they're getting themselves into.
But apprehensive.
Like, what am I doing here? And as the magic unfolds, we start the music, we get everybody in the vibe. You can see everybody getting in the recipe and getting so dedicated to making something delicious together. That's the best part, is the secret ingredient is coming together. And once that 60 minutes or 90 minutes is over, it's magic as a harvest table comes together. So that I love seeing that transition to, like, I don't know what I'm doing here, to yes, this is my jam.
This is my jam. This is my food jam. I love that. Okay, so the pesto is ready.
So I've gone with a slightly chunkier pesto. I do like a bit of bite. I do want to feel that I'm eating something.
Yes.
A finely ground pesto, there's nothing wrong with it, but this is just personal preference. And now, as you can see, we stuck to the bowl. That's fine. That's where the pasta water comes in. So a little bit of a scoop.
Yes, tossing it like a boss chef.
So a little bit of a scoop. And you can always add. That's the base part. You can always add. Correct. So now we just give it a bit of a mix, bit of a toss.
I love how you make really simple ingredients look really delicious, Chef. And as the chief of culinary creative at Food Jams, you really make magic. It's amazing to see it come together. A few seconds ago, we had just raw ingredients.
Right,
and now
done. We've got a whole meal now, and that's it.
That is it.
What's your favorite thing that usually gets made in the kitchen?
Oh, I am a curry girl. I would always bring my secret ingredient is ginger and energy. So I let that bubble in a pot together, and then ta-da!
It creates something magical. Oh my gosh, the final plating moment. Some parmigiano, of course. And our basil leaves.
Here we go.
Oh, everybody needs to give you a round of applause for that. The finale, the dish of all dishes. Now we're going to taste
and I mean,
it.
please, there's spoons over here. And I mean, this is something you can make at home.
You.
If you're doing it for a family member, if you're doing it for a loved one. Oh, thank you. I mean, this is something you can make ahead of time, and you can put it together in a few moments. It is really one of those simple, interactive dishes that it really, really does mean a lot to those around you, because it is a labor of love.
It is a labor of love, and we're about to enjoy all of Martin's love. We can't wait. Remind us again, how do we get in touch with Food Jams?
Oh, connect with us. Come and visit us. We're in Salt River, but we're also online, foodjams.co.za, and we love connecting. Food is our love language, and we'd love to connect with you.
Oh my gosh. Okay, out of 10, your own meal?
11.
11 out of 10. Okay, Martin, let's see if you really are the man.
Yeah, happiness.
Let's try this out.
Just like Nona made it.
Is this something your son would eat back home?
Oh, yes, definitely. Although my
Does he
son
love?
despises vegetables, it's one of the very few things where it's like, Daddy, can I please have something to eat? And I'm like, okay, let's go.
And this is something he would gobble up.
Yes, it's something that it's fun to make with the kids as well. I mean, it's we're in the age where we have our kids behind cell phones and tablets.
Right.
This is something that keeps them, takes them away from that and keeps them engaged with the world itself.
Right.
Also learning. I mean, it's something great to learn along the way.
It's a survival skill. If you do not know how to make traore with basil pesto, what are you doing? 3 recipes that we've gone through today, from the samosas to the flatbread and the pièce de résistance, our delicious pasta. Martin, thank you for joining us, Shane. Thank you for being here. All the chefs that joined us in the kitchen, TK and Sia, we appreciate you. Food jams, come jam with us. We need to have a good time together. 12 out of 10.
She's part of your Feel Good Mornings, and now she's nominated for TV Show Presenter of the Year at the Basadi in Music Awards.
Now, if Kutle Adams has made you smile, inspired you, or become part of your morning routine, now's the time to show us some love.
SMS TV Presenter and Kutle Adams to 33329 or vote online at basadimusicawards.co.za/vote.
Now, voting does close on the 18th of July. It's our turn to make Kutle's day.
Let's bring it home.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Final time this morning. Welcome back.
Thank you so much for joining us. Here are your rewards. Gemma Fussy is going nowhere to kickstart your week. The floor is yours.
Hi. Next up, I'll be performing my song September, and this song is all about the newness of love. As you know, September is the springtime, so everything blossoms and blooms. So enjoy the newness of your love. Thank you. Enjoy.
Time and don't run away. I hope that it's fair. If you're falling deeper, baby, I could follow through. And I'll be eloping in September. Fountain overflowing, seek if you want to. Hold my hand and tell me you'll surrender. Time ain't really on our side. Your love caught me by surprise. But if we keep falling deep, focused on you. I go crazy just when I think about you. Talk to me, baby. Confess and I give you my time. I hope that it's fair. If you're falling deeper, baby, I could follow through.
Another feel-good production.